Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time. And my production, I know my face scene is on, but my production is like, my buttons aren't working today. Buttons? Hello, chat. I know it's my face. Hi. I normally have like a little intro. My buttons like didn't work. Pause. Check. Click. Click. Okay. There we go. Hello. I'm like, okay, sure. Ladies and gentlemen, you made it to another live stream. Welcome in. Good to see you. The buttons, Mason. What do they mean? Good to see you, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Winter Nexus underway. How we doing, everybody? Good to see you. Good to have you. How you doing, Mephisto, Chris, Luke, Course. Good to see you. Don Rico, Son Grim, JJS3. Good to see you. Yes. Good morning, Laura. Yeah. Good morning to my production. Freaking ridiculous chat. Hey, before we continue, can you guys and gals pray for me? I have been dealing with a head cold for about 3 weeks, literally 3 weeks now. It was good, and then it kind of came back, and I'm just blowing my nose all the time. I just got gunk in my head, and what I'm thinking we're gonna have to do, we're gonna push for Winter Nexus to get a bunch of great content out for y'all, and then what I'm probably gonna do is Christmas to like early Jan, I might be taking like a streaming break for like a couple weeks, so I can be with family, so I can get ready, so I can hang out with my wife and just stop and rest. Yeah, because this has been like up and down. I was sick in like the early fall, and then I got sick 2.5 weeks ago, and then I was better, and then I got sick again like at Thanksgiving. And God bless, I love my niece and nephews, but those freaking germ factories, man, I love them. I would die for those kids, and every time I talk to them, I get sick. It's just, you know. Drink water? Yeah, thanks, champ. Thanks for that. I am. Okay, I am. Good morning, New Eden. It was a great time. Thank you for your prayers, champ. It was a great time last night co-streaming Arc Raiders with Aki. I'm learning a lot about, need more garlic, not a joke pillar. Not garlic, magic. Not kidding. Okay. Actually correct. I ran out of garlic 2 days ago. I've been slicing up garlic and making garlic omelets in the morning, and just like really getting putting all the oil into the bowl, and like really scooping in all the oils and getting it done. So, you know, so I think I might have to try this Mucinex. I've heard about this and I just have never used it. So yeah, thanks for your prayers. I'm going to continue doing my best, continue pushing forward, but I'm going to tell you, probably taking a stream break from like Christmas to early January, because we got our subathon coming up in January for celebrating 40,000 subs anyway. And it's just one of the, I think it's time I can actually sit down and plan these things. You know what I'm saying? So Rusty Cage is coming in Twitch primed out of your mind. Good to say ya. Dude, Sudafed's never worked for me. It's never worked for me. I've tried it. I don't think it's ever worked for me. Yes, I don't know what y'all call it, but we always call it like Mexican tea, which is like limes. You like squeeze a full lime. You put some honey, like a scoop of honey in there, like a little bit of boiling water, to kind of like just stir it all together. And then you literally crush a clove of garlic and you put it into this and you mix it up. It tastes terrible. Like lime garlic, you smell it in the next room. But boy, every time I do that, it makes me feel better. So Salty Goat coming in, tier 1 out of your mind. You missed tequila. That's, hey, you know, it sounds awful, but my goodness, it does help. I can tell you, it really does. So, you know, we'll say, hey, chat, hype train time, baby. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just because I'm not feeling 100% doesn't mean we can't have a hype train. Let me rephrase. We have a hype train going on right now. We are going to be taking out this. Oh, this is I was going to say, why am I over there? It's okay. If there's two of me, the multiverse collapses and bad things occur. Okay, so we have to be careful. We're going to be taking out the Astarte. Today we're going to be doing battle cruisers for the Winter Nexus. Today we're going to show both Alpha and Omega focused fits. I'm going to be ideating a couple of them on stream with y'all, having a good time with it. We do have our Battleship focused guides coming out very, very soon. They are very, very soon. We'll put this right here. Everybody, hype train coming in right now. This is very, very simple. If you're brand new, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Every single, when this timer is done, we will be doing a giveaway for big things. Every single level of hype train means 100 million ISK is going to be coming to one of you. Yes, I'm going to take stuff from my wallet. What I do is I take a percentage of the hype train winnings and I give them back to each and every one of you. Every level of hype train is going to be 100 million ISK. And so right now we're at 100 MISK. 100 MISK coming in. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Reposado tequila is another thing. She works. I can tell you, as a fan of Reposado tequila, I don't think so. I don't. It's going to dehydrate the heck out of me, dude. Sad day was hacking. No, they killed me. Yes, they did, didn't they? I tell you. That's good. The friendship. That's right. Chat, we have a great day in playing for you today. Can't wait to see a Trisk hype train. I can tell you that a trillion ISK hype train. So in 1 week, we've given away 300 billion ISK. That was our record from hype trains in 1 week, giving away 300 billion ISK. On the subathon, the last subathon, I gave away 1.4 trillion ISK. On the upcoming subathon, our goal is to give away 2 trillion, but I don't know if it's going to happen. We're going to try. I need more wealth. You know? I need more wealth in game. It's what's our giveaway folder at? What's our giveaway folder at? I think it's at like 100 billion. It's only at 63 billion. Now 63 billion. This is just one folder. I have other folders that are off stream that y'all don't see. Oh, who am I kidding? Oh, wait. Oh, we're already way close. We're already way close to it. Oh, I forgot. I have a nest egg. Oh yeah. Okay. We're good. We're good. Yes. Looking for a decent ship through the combat sites. Advice. Yeah, we did a bunch of alpha and omega ships yesterday. We had a lot of black ops and in high sec. Yeah, you can use a Typhoon fleet issue. That's what we were doing yesterday. Let's do some announcements while we do this, chat, because people are still trickling in. Y'all are doing a hype train at the very start. We might hit like level 5 at the very beginning, and that's fine. That's a-okay. Chat, we just hit 41,000 subs. We hit 12,000 on Patreon today, and we're actually close to 16K follows on Twitch. Y'all, we have just, my goal this year, can you pause, please? We have my AI assistant, my hair is doing a thing today. I wanted to hit 30,000 subs this year was my goal. We hit 41. It looks like we might be hitting 42. You know, it's pretty sick. I'm very proud of this because the goal of me doing my content is no matter what anybody else says, don't listen to the haters, chat. I provide the best infotainment for Eve. Fun, engaging, and stuff that's actually like informative. You know, stuff that's actually works, you know. I had a bunch of people DM me yesterday and come on in. So yes, MXB, it just, you know, we have to be careful because the more hair I lose, the more powerful I become. So it's when I'm bald, I'm going to have such a high power level that it's going to be, I don't know if the stream can contain it, you know? So that is correct, Taco. Exactly. So Fleet Typhoon versus Tempest, pick your favorite. Doesn't really matter. They're both pretty awesome. We do have the Winter Nexus playlist, and I recommend that y'all show up and bookmark this. This is going to be very muy importante, as they say. Madrin coming in, gifting 5 subs to the community. Yeah. Good to see you, Madrin. Well done. Well done. 5 subs coming in. That's level 2. Level 2. Coming in. We're at level 3 now. That means we're at 300 MISK. 300 MISK. Excellent job. Jordo coming in with 600 biddies. Yeah, 600 biddies. Good job. Excellent. Join the bald side? I mean, I might have to at some point. If I join the bald side, maybe then I can grow my mustache out again. Maybe my wife will let me, you know what I'm saying? So this is the Winter Nexus playlist. A lot of questions about this year's Winter Nexus. Even last year's fits still fly. We have a Proteus fit from last year. We did a Praxis fit for last year. We have a bunch of Endurance fits. The hacking fits are all kosher. They're all good. Everybody go check them out. Okay, because just because I'm putting out new stuff today, we have a new guide coming out today for alphas. Where's my music? We have an alpha battleship guide. Tomorrow we have an omega battleship guide. And today we're going to be taking out command battle cruisers. This is the Astarte. And then we're also going to be doing alpha battle cruisers, because you could do battle cruisers. Doesn't have to be battleships. There are also T3 cruisers. There's a lot of stuff you can do the combat sites with. So yes, no, Rentrap, the Winter Nexus combat sites are no joke. It's no joke. Okay, so if you warp onto a Winter Nexus site, they are absolutely no joke. Yeah, I figured we'd be festive for the Astarte. You know, we get a nice little snowy skin, right? You know, so that's funny, Holy Angel. I like that. That's good. That's good. So check out the Winter Nexus playlist, chat, and let's have a good time with it. Y'all, last night was one of our first variety streams. We did play Arc Raiders, and I want you to understand that, like, I'm not expecting these to do numbers. I want you to look at the view difference between our Eve stream and our Arc Raider stream. 6,000 views, 300 views. Okay, so we're not gonna do these for views. I want to remind everybody that we're doing a little bit of variety. Next year, can you pause again? Next year's goal is to have 80-something, 85-ish% of the content be EVE Online. And then like 10% of the content be like variety games. And like another 5% be like, you know, podcast sponsors, that kind of stuff, right? So bulk is going to be EVE for the years to come, for the foreseeable future, right? What this is, I'm playing the long game, Chan. Somebody sees our stream for Arc Raiders. Somebody plays with us. They see the Arc Raiders goodness. They sub to the channel. Then they start seeing a bunch of EVE Online stuff. They like what they see. They start playing EVE. We're playing the long game, baby. Let's get some new bros in from other games. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be awesome. You know, you're right about that, North. It is quite popular. 2 minutes on the hype train, chat. 2 minutes, 3 subs. If you got Twitch Primes, now's the time. Gifted subs, don't gift unless you want to. Okay. Tier 1 subs, Twitch Primes are free. You might as well use the Bezos bucks. If you're on YouTube, why don't you double click in chat? I just put the Twitch link. Just check if you got a Twitch Prime. It takes like 2 clicks if you're on YouTube. We got a lot of people over on YouTube. And I want to thank everybody. On YouTube, we're averaging like 150 people like every day. All day, every day. Thank you, YouTube. Everybody on Twitch say hi, YouTube. Thanks for being here, YouTube. And on Twitch, we're averaging like 400 something people. Yesterday, we actually had concurrent viewership between all of our platforms. We had over 1,000 people on all of our platforms combined, you know, Captain Planet style, watching EVE Online. These kind of numbers were unheard of in the category a couple years ago, unless somebody was view botting. And by the way, some people are. Go to their chats, you'll see them not moving. Can I soapbox for just a sec? Okay. I have never view botted. I will never review bot. It is cheating. It is immoral. As a marketer worth my salt, okay, paid media has a line when it becomes immoral. I did paid media for decades before this. Robot emojis in chat. That's right, Drift. Down with the clankers. View botting is you pay a service to put fake users into your live stream to make it look like there's more people in your live stream than there is. Way different than paying Google ads to show your stream to people, because then they have to click. The person, literally a soul, has to click and join in. That's way different. Dyslexia, thanks for being Twitch primed. Out of your mind, well done. And we got General Cell coming in tier 1. Out of your mind, a single sub will get us there. Madron gifting us. Madron, you're saving us, Madron. Nice job. Madron, God bless you. Generosity comes back, Madron. Thank you for that. All the Twitch primes at the very end put us to level 4 hype train. Very excellent. We're now at level 4. Well done, Madron. Nice to have 5 subs to get us to level 5. And chat, look, real good stuff today. So, you know, love it. Rentrap just bumped into YouTube by random, and the Eve bug hit again. That's 10-year hiatus. Chat, can we get an 07 for Rentrap? Welcome back to the return bros. Welcome back to the people that are returning. 07 to all the people that are new, all the people that are returning. It's good to see you. Eve is in the best place it's ever been. Truly, not just my opinion. Go check it out for yourself. We're having a great time with it. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you. Eve's one of those games you can take a break. I myself took a 7-year hiatus, came back, and we're having a good time. Queen style. Bye, Moonman. I love that name. Goodbye, Moonman. Fantastic. Twitch primed, out of your mind. Good stuff. Merry Christmas. A bit early, but I'd rather sub now. 07 to you. Blessed holiday. That's right. I love it. Eve's really picking up. There's so much to do in the game. Winter Nexus is just the tip of the iceberg. We're having a real good time theory crafting, having a real good time showing up all the stuff. So thank you. So let me kind of end this thing. I want you to understand that as a Christian, it is very important to me how I do something is just as good, is just as important as what I do. You know, like the end, as the prophet Brandon Sanderson says, journey before destination. You know, it's very important to understand that like how we do things here is just as important as what we do. It's why when I'm in the game, I'm not like cosplaying a villain, you know? Why when I play Arc Raiders, we're like, hey, we're not necessarily gonna initiate crap a ton, but if someone pushes us, we're gonna defend ourselves, you know? Like, it's why I don't steal people's stuff in game or like scam contracts. You can make ISK easy if you do scam contracts, but I don't want to, because it's, you know, really? What's kind of the point of that? So I don't really do teabagging. That's kind of what I'm saying, is like that kind of bad manners. Like yesterday, our first match of Arc Raiders, we initiated, we started fighting a man and he got me. I missed some shots and he started cursing me out. And what did we do, Chant? Go back and look at the stream. I was like, hey man, good game. Well done. And you saw him kind of go, thanks. And he didn't know what to do because he expected something like, you know, something like, it's like, huh, how do we be the light, Chant? How do we be, you know, how do we help people out even when because we're all rivals in Arc Raiders. We're not enemies. You know what I'm saying? We're all rivals in Eve. We're not enemies. So who's Zoo coming in Twitch Primed? Out of your mind. Cater CW Twitch Primed. Out of your mind. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. So that's right. Came back after 10 years. Nice. Eve is one of those games that is for life. And this is one of my favorite parts about Eve, is that it actually is though. Like, as long as they just keep doing what they're doing, Eve's gonna keep getting played for a long time. People talk about WoW killers, like World of Warcraft killers. That game has gone so downhill, so far from what its original thing was, you know? So Eve is still, the core ethos is still there. There's just more in it, you know? So a term I really like for Eve is frenemies. Yeah, same, Rogue. I like that a lot. Yes, I like that. So yeah, that's true. Yes. I'm playing on and off since 07. Nice, Chris. I made this account in like 2008, basically 2009, because it was late 2008. Mr. Dead Crab, what a great emoji. Let's a little Wookiee action. So story time, okay? 1 minute, 2 subs, chat, will get us to level 5. Chat, you get us to level 5, we're gonna reveal the big stuff, okay? So get us to level, the more you support, the more we give back. That's how we do the hype train. So story time. Speaking of Wookiees. So my wife and I go to Star Wars World, okay? And there's Chewie. You know, you can like take a photo with people, right? There's a line, there's a bunch of kids, and they're all like 6 and like 7, you know, like toddlers, whatever, early, young age. And I'm there with my wife. We're the only ones that like don't have kids, right? And we're like, we're excited. We're happy to like take a photo with Chewie. So, and the dude's tall. The dude's like 6'8" or something. I'm 6 foot and he's like 6 foot. He's freaking big. And we show up and I look at Chewie and I go, and he goes, and he like gets his arm, and we're like talking Wookiee, like fake Wookiee. And the kids in line, thank you, Major, God bless you. Major coming in, gifted 2 subs to the community. Yeah, good to see you. Level 5, Major, excellent job. The kids in line all stop talking to each other, and they all start going, that guy speaks Wookiee. And he starts going, he's talking to Chewbacca. He's talking to Chewie. And I'm literally having like a fake conversation with Chewie, and the actor who's doing it is loving it, because you know that he's hot, he's sweating in his freaking suit. Yeah, he's, you know, the whole thing. It was really funny. And so we look at my wife, and he goes like this to my wife, and my wife's cracking up. And she goes like, and she makes like a grunt, and Chewie goes, oh, and he like, it was one of those moments that we're just never going to forget. It was just so much fun talking to Major, and God bless you. Keeping the hype train alive. Just tactfully gifting subs. Be with an itch. Interesting name, Twitch Primed. Out of your mind. Yeah, good to have you. So chat, at level 5, here's what we're gonna do. Ladies and gentlemen, you get me to level 6. It's time we started giving away other things. I've been working with my indie corp to get bigger, badder things, chat, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, you get me, sorry, not level 6. I have to look at my calendar here. You get me to level 7, we're gonna give a Thanatos away, okay? You get me to level 7, we're gonna give a Thani. We're not just gonna be giving away dreads. You know that we've been giving away dreadnoughts And when we hit certain levels, well, it's time to also give away carriers, ladies and gentlemen. And look, I love what they did. All the carriers look so much better. They just look so much better. Every time I open up the carriers, I'm like, I hope. So CCP at level 7, not even level 10 or something. They're absolutely gorgeous now. So Laura said multi-boxing is like playing an RTS. Yes, it is, Artani. I grew up on Command & Conquer, on Red Alert, Tiberian Sun, StarCraft, you know, CCP Okami. We're going to talk about that clip that he just did. Yes, Artani for sure. And I love multi-boxing in this game because it does feel like an RTS. By the way, so does Kane Does Live and Peace Through Power, exactly. By the way, carriers feel like an RTS for sure. I don't think we will, Verisco. I don't think carriers will come to high sec. Here's what I think. There was a clip recently of CCP Okami saying we're going to get more carriers and that they're thinking about carrier-specific content. I'm happy about this because I was pleased with the carrier buffs. They're pretty awesome. Carriers are still not good. And it's not because carriers aren't good. They are. They're still, you know, 3 billion ISK. This is quite the large ship. They're great ships. They do a lot. The problem is anything you would bring a carrier to, dreads are better. And anything, and basically they're jump freighters with teeth. We can talk about what the buffs the carriers got as till the cows come home, but the content that the carriers are there for, you just straight up would use a dread, or a super. And even then it's like just use a dread because the dreads are more cost effective. So we've talked about like light carriers. Yeah, I think that what I would like them to do is the carrier use case as they are today is a backpack with teeth. Think a mobile base. An aircraft carrier in real life is a thing that can project force far away. Well, right now, you don't need that because of what SOV is. So like the systems of the game, basically what I'm saying is make carriers obsolete. There's other things for the same use case. You can bring a carrier, but it's kind of like when we talk about the Winter Nexus. You can bring an Ishtar, but why? You can bring a Dominix, but why? Your drones get eaten. Bring a Brutix, bring a Megathron instead because you have way less, your drones don't die. It's a suboptimal ship. It's the same thing. What's the difference between a carrier and a super carrier? A carrier is think of it like a Tech 1. Super carriers are so expensive and so big, and they can only, they're basically small titans. They can only be used inside of a player-owned station. So here's a Thanatos, and here's a Nyx. Nyxes are worth hundreds of billions of ISK, okay? A Thanatos is 3 billion ISK. Does that clarify? You know, super carriers wear a cape. Actually, correct. There it is. Yo, we got Segber coming in, giving 5 subs to the community. Well done. Yeah, level 5, baby. 1 level remains. We'll give away a Thani to the people. Nice. Yes. Aircraft carriers need a whole support fleet to make them work, though. That's actually kind of the point, though, Yori, is if you've got a carrier, you can have a little mobile base, and then you have to have a little, like, support system around it. It's actually kind of sick. So yes, you can, Tadpole. Yes, you can. Corp Raven. 8 Nyx, circa, like, 50, 60 billion. They've definitely risen in price. They definitely have. Carriers are, like, 3 km. Super carriers are 8 km. Yeah. Super carriers can only fit in 4 Desires, right? There's no best carrier. There is no best. It depends on the situation. So what I'm trying to say is that carriers are, I love them. They're one of my favorite ships in the game because of how they are and how they play. The problem with carriers is any content you would use them for, the Dreadnought is better, or you just get a jump freighter, you know, and it's like, okay. Or a Marauder. That's the real talk. Is like, look, I'm gonna spend 3 billion ISK on a hull, but they're unwieldy. You know, and maybe what they could do is they could make carriers faster. They could make them faster and smaller, and they could put them here before capital ships. They could completely change carriers to be before capital ships. Like, they're not battleships, they're not capital ships. Carriers are like right here, they're their own class. Because this is confusing. This, I've said this many, many times. The Thanatos and a Nyx and a Ninazu being in the same tier are very confusing to me. Because not only are they completely different ships, they absolutely are different use cases and different prices and different, everything is different about each and every one. It just doesn't make sense. So, you know, how far along in the events are we? Not. I was too busy filming yesterday, you know, not at all. It's great discussion this morning, Jack. Great discussion. So that is what I said, to make a high-sec cable carrier before dreads. What I'd like is either two things. My advice to the CCP Games devs, and this is a tall order, is the content that carriers are moving towards. Here's kind of what I think. Let me at level 7, we're gonna give a carrier away. We all understand this, okay? Can I erase this for just a sec, chat? All right. Right now, the map in EVE is big, but the amount of players are increasing. We have a higher count on the thing every single time. Yo, Darcy coming in with a 5 bomb, dropping 5 subs. Yeah, to the community. 2 people, Twitch Prime, and we're gonna give a Thanatos away. It's sick. The map is big. The problem with EVE is that because of what SOV is, all of nullsec, the surrounding donut around the edge of EVE, you basically have 0 no man's lands. Because of how SOV works in nullsec, all of the outside of EVE is controlled to one degree or the other because of player-owned stations. So what I would like to be added to the game is an area of space outside of SOV. Don't change nullsec. Keep nullsec what it is. Literally keep it so we can have our blocks, we can have our big war. Make a donut outside of nullsec that is true no man's land, where there is no player-owned stations and no NPC stations. Okay, and I don't want local either, by the way. So, and people say that's wormholes. The problem with wormholes is that it's a revolving door. Because of the mechanics of wormholes, it's not the same as what I'm saying. Wormholes are actually one of the safest ways to play EVE Online if you have a wormhole corp. Madron, God bless you. I tell you. Madron, you're the goat of the day. Welcome the 2 subs to the community. Yeah. Chat, that's it. That means we're giving away 700 million-esque and a Thany. Well done, Madron. You have done it. Excellent job, Madron. Yes. Well done. Let's pull this out. What do we have? We've got a Thany being given to the people, and then we'll drop the rest coming in. So chat, at level 10, if you get me to level 10, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Level 10, we're gonna do 3 months of Omega. If you get me to level 10, we will do 3 months of Omegas. That's what we're gonna do. So let's keep a Thanatos on here because of the production. I should like how that looks. The Badlands, yeah, that's what I would like to see. Now that's a tall order. A whole other area of space, a massive amount of star systems. That's a tall order. So I'm not expecting anything like that to happen. That would just be my recommendation for how to do this. So how to tell if a ship is a super carrier. If you can buy it in Jeddah, it's not a super carrier. Let me show you what I mean. Hey, regional market. Thana. Hey, this is not a super carrier. I can buy it. Nyx. This is a super carrier. See, another reason it's confusing. Someone comes into EVE, opens up the ship tree, right? Someone comes into EVE, opens up the ship tree. This is a perfect showcase. It's not a dumb question. There's no such thing. I'm trying to, there's too much on screen right now, chat, I know. You open up the ship tree and you come down here and you go, what's the difference? Okay, this one can heal. And because there has to be a balance between players find out information for themselves and the information on screen is clear. And the devs have been doing a really good job, by the way, of making information more clear in the coming times. So it's a very, very big deal. Okay, so, you know, super carriers are a player created term. That's correct. Yes. We need indeed more categories than just sub-capital. I don't know. Here's what I'm telling you about Eve, chat. When we talk about game design, iterative games, we have multiple ways to slice the pie. When we talk about, by the way, Vareska coming in tier 1 out of your mind. Yeah. Good to see you. Excellent job. Yeah. We need content to do stuff with. So it's not so much about, I care less that the carriers are organized on the map a certain way. I care more that there's something to do them with. Supers, yep, good. Super carriers, they're fine. The base carriers, the new change is really good. I like what they did with them. They made them more viable. I plan on taking out some carriers myself and seeing what we can get involved with them. Maybe we'll do some for Winter Nexus. Okay, chat, maybe we'll take out some carriers for Winter Nexus. Because you cannot do, can you do the combat sites in a carrier? Can I take a carrier to the Winter Nexus combat sites in like low sec? That sounds like a dumb idea, but that sounds like a dumb idea for stream, you know? Sounds like a fun time, you know? Be kind of sick, so. I've seen this kind of thing, Luke. I don't really love it. I don't love it in Eve because there's just so much diversity. We already have that in open space is kind of how that goes. So the dumb idea that we need to do. Yes. Yeah. Exactly correct. So chat, when this hype train timer is done, we're going to give a Thanatos away and 700 million-esque. If every level, we will continue giving away another 100 million-esque every single level. So carrier's not really usable in PvP. This is again the point, is right now how the game plays. And this is a perfect showcase, Johnny, you're exactly correct. We could talk about what the ships are good for till the cows come home, but none of that matters if the game is played a certain way. Let me give you a perfect example. Destiny 1, years ago, the developers actually got mad that players were soloing the Nightfall raids. This was the like endgame big gear raids. The devs were actually upset that people were soloing the Nightfalls. And they actually reprimanded a couple people that were streaming it and banned them. And because they said this was not the intended way to play the game. Well, the community backlash was huge because that's stupid. Like, you made a game and we're going to try to break it. You know, we're going to try to do our best to really push the system to its limit, you know? And they did. Chat, level 7, thank you for that. Let's give away 700 million-esque while we have this conversation. So the reverse of that is, instead of there's content to break, the reverse of that is the content has already been broken and we don't have to guess. So that's kind of like what's happening with carriers, where it's not that the devs of Eve aren't banning people. That's not what I'm saying. Nice. Yo, Ireton, thanks for the obelisk. Winter is cold, chat. Yo, 07 to Ireton. Let's go. Obelisk, chat. We got some freighters. Getting rid of the stock, I see, Ireton. There you go. Excellent job. Excellent job. Well done. And maybe the things I'm describing are Jovian systems where they're no man's land with no NPC stations and no player-owned stations. That sounds good. So on one side of the spectrum, let's do this giveaway and then I will continue this check. I want to be super clear about what I mean. Because this is a big topic and I want to be super clear about what I'm advocating for in this moment. So chat, if you want to get in on this giveaway, please stop serving me ads. Discord, thank you. You first be following me on Twitch or subbed on YouTube, then be in my Discord. Do those two things. You'll be eligible to enter in. So you have two sides of the spectrum, okay? You have devs like Destiny 1 devs that punished players for being creative with the systems they've made. And then you have where EVE Online is right now, where any new content, any ship changes, excuse me, don't necessarily matter because of how blobs work, right? So you got, on one hand, you have the devs are the problem. On the other side, you have the current game systems are the problem. Vigilance points in Pochfin were a really good small counter to the blobbing, because the vigilance points, that if you bring more than 15 people and do the site, your ISK per person plummets. And I mean plummets. but you could still PvP in the beginning gate. So it's not instanced per se, like a dungeon. You could still descan the acceleration gate to see what's waiting for you. But if people bring like 30 things and kill you, well, then they get no money from the site, but they get money from you. You know, so there's a give and take there. That's part of EVE. I'm not advocating something against that. That is a good thing. What I'm saying right now is that carriers, the buff to them, and it was a big buff, was really good. But the buffs don't matter if there's no content or less suboptimal content for it to do. You know what happened when the carriers got changed? The people that roll wormholes with their carriers updated their fits slightly. That's basically it. So, chat, I'm telling you, if they make a no man's land where it's like no NPC stations, no player-owned stations, I'm getting in a carrier, I'm loading it up with as much as I can, and I'm absolutely going to like go explore and go like show me that freaking horizons, you know? So it's just amazing. So top keef. Oh, it does? When I clap, it tops out my stuff. We got a compressor on there. We have a compressor on the mic right now, brother. I'll look into that, top keef. I'll watch my tape back and I will see about it. What's my timestamp? Timestamp's at like 50 minutes. Okay. Hey, Top, thank you for the feedback. Thanks. I will definitely check on that. So, you know, carriers are only used on ratting, to be honest, and only small ones. Super carriers, too expensive to throw out and get Sino jumped. Exactly. Yes. Yes. So, I would like to see carriers being able to dock at NPC stations, but that's not going to change how they function in high sec. I would like carriers to be able to go through high sec, but that's not going to change their function. It wouldn't actually help anything because it's still not going to fix the fact that you can't run carriers on a site. You know, like, let's join the stuff, chat. Let's like do this. So we are, Giorgio, we got the Astarte to start. That's what we're going to do. So they are synclined. Yeah, right now, a lot of people talking about no carrier doctrines. Yes. There are some carriers in high sec, but you can't travel through high sec, right? You know, because they're there from before. So that'd be pretty cool, Veriska. Yeah. Yeah, correct. There's no point in high sec. You have Marauders. Exactly. That's, again, totally correct, Logo. Yes, this is the sandwich problem with carriers. It's like, well, let them come to high sec. It doesn't matter because Marauders exist and you can just take a Marauder. It's easier to fly around and they're better at the sites than carriers. And then it's like, well, go to no sec. Well, just bring a dread. And then it's the same problem. Totally correct. Totally correct. So what don't Marauders do in high sec? Are you kidding me? They do a lot. Every no block would move carriers through high sec then? Yes, yes. So, where can I find sites for the winter event? In-game banner pops up and don't mention how to get them. My friend, you haven't watched our guides. We have a ton of guides on this. You press F10. You go to your map. You go to geography, metaliminal storm. Any place you see a dot, any place you see red, yellow, pink, whatever, that is where they are. Okay. Always watch our Winter Nexus event guides, chat. We cover where to find stuff, good fits, all that. So, you know, that's true. Not every storm is a Christmas storm, but if you keep going, you will totally find one. You will totally find one. Yeah, Logo. Exactly. Exactly. Totally agree. Okay, let's do this, chat. Last call. Echo, thanks for being Twitch Prime. God bless you. Be following on Twitch or subbed on YouTube. Always the free stuff. Then be in my Discord. Do these two things, and you'll be able to enter in. Let's do this, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. 3 winners. The word is make carriers great, please. Type make carriers great, please in chat. Type it one time, case sensitive, into my Discord. Type it one time, case sensitive, into my Discord. Type it one time, case sensitive, into my Discord. 3 of you will get winnings, a Thani, 700 million ISK, and or an obelisk. Come on down. So, chat, EVE Online is in the best place it's ever been. We've been talking about this. Tons of content to do, tons of things to accomplish. Carriers are being talked about right now because they were just buffed. And they were buffed, and I gotta tell you, they're tough to test. They're tough to experiment with because of how capitals are. They're slow. They get hopped on easy. They're tough to defend. They're very expensive. You know, like, if I want to test a Barbaroga, They're triple the price of a carrier, but because they're easier to move around, I can. You know, like I can go take out a PvP Barbaroga and go mess around with stuff, and I have. Thank you kindly. And it still is easier to do than a carrier because they're just slower. So this is what we call a love raid. So many people have joined the Discord server that it actually thinks we are being hate raided. We are not. Happens literally every single stream. Come on down. Come on down. So, we want T3 frigates. You all have a lot of thoughts. EVE Online is good right now. What I think the game needs is the Nomad land. Keep wormhole space as is. Let the wormholers have their revolving doors, okay? Keep nullsec sov as is. Let there be giant corporation blocks, massive armies, huge super carrier Titan stockpiles. Let those exist. Pochvin can be small gang spot that's like this weird microcosm in like the center of the area. Then make a no man's land on the very outside of New Eden, where there's no NPC stations, no player-owned stations, and no local. No local. You do that all of a sudden and let every ship be there. Because think about it, if there's no player or no NPC stations, if you take a Titan there, you have to figure out how to get it back. You take a carrier out there, you better have a POS. You gotta, there, now it's gonna be POS times. So, and by the way, if it sounds like EVE Frontier, correct. Correct. We need Frontier, Space 5, and EVE. No local line of sight. I don't think line of sight thing will ever come to EVE Online because that changes how the game is. EVE Frontier is doing that though. So, how many new systems are you talking about? Just one. No man's land. That's it. You can't have gates in that case. Fine. Only Sino. Make it happen. I will not be CCP Loru, most likely, chat. I'm having too much fun making my own content, you know, so gates are maintained by Empire, so there it is. No one's gonna risk someone expensive in space like that. Not if there's good content out there. That's where you're wrong. See, this is the thing about whenever we talk about MMO content, whenever we talk about video game content, you have to make the effort worth the prize. Why do people in World of Warcraft go into raids and grind for weeks to get ready? Because the gear is worth it. You have to make the prizes worth it. That's all. That's all. Why do people do the vigilance points today? Because you can get the Strategos modules and a bunch of ISK, by the way. Strategos modules are the big officer mods. It's worth the PvP. It's worth the go-get-ems because you can get these. These are big modules, my goodness. So, you know, oh yeah. I don't think EVE Online will ever get line of sight just because that's not how the game is functioning. So, a lot of good conversation this morning, chat. A lot of good conversations. So, devs could easily make T3 battle cruisers as those racial skills are trainable. Just upscale T3 stuff. That would be great. Yeah. How about this add systems to wormhole space, but in range of existing systems so players can create Ansiblex to them? That'd be kind of cool. I'd like wormholes to be revolving door and. That'd be kind of cool. So, have you seen the Perseverance? Yeah, we made a guide on it yesterday. Check out the Perseverance, chat. Yo, let's go do this, chat. Going once, going twice. Anybody other than me typing sold, it doesn't work, chat. That's not how the bot works. It's not how the bot works. When I type sold, this giveaway is done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sold. That's that. That's that, chat. Let's do it. So, I would say let CCP Games cook. Because they've had some really good ideas the past couple years. Let's not forget, they made Faction Warfare great. Faction Warfare is in a really great spot. Awesome spot. Wormholes are great. They made the shattered wormholes, like drifter wormholes. Those are still being run. Those are still being operated in. You know, it's completely changed how those work. Nullsec Sov has been completely updated. And even if you don't like it, it's still in the best place it's ever been. PI and Equinox added a bunch of, yes, there were some problems there, but it did add some new, like, planetary skyhooks. That is a new content generators. Those are being used. Mercenary dens are being used, but not a lot. But that's still like a niche thing. There's just more content getting added. And then they buffed carriers, and then all this stuff is, and we get new ships, new stuff. Man, I think EVE in 5 years is gonna have like 10x the content, and we're still gonna be like, man, if only we had more. Because the devs are that creative. I really do think that we're going to have even more stuff very, very soon. So, low sec's the only met area. Right now, the risk of nullsec is not worth the get in nullsec. Sorry, low sec, excuse me. Low sec. Right now, the prizes in low sec are too low. And they've worked to try to remedy this with some coming in stuff. So, you know. Well, here's the thing, Rick. You don't have to be in nullsec. You know, you can go other places. This is my favorite thing about it, is if someone says nullsec bad, go somewhere else. There's so much other places in the game. Low sec is basically just faction warfare, is something I totally agree with. Yes. Yes. You know. It does get some of the best loot sites. It has great loot sites, but the danger. I don't know. Data sites can only be found in storm areas. Yes. Yes. Correct. Yeah. Totally. We just had, I don't know if I could say this publicly. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. A Corp just joined Kyber. I'm not gonna say anymore. I don't know if I could say it. So I probably can, but I just want to be sure. All right, chat, here we go. My bot is done thinking. The winners. The Fanny. It's one of my favorite thing about EVE chat is that if you don't like an area of space, you could just go somewhere else. A lot of people are like, well, what's the best area of space? I want to get away from best. I don't like that word. Instead, I want to go to what do you like and what's fun for you? If you like massive PvP battles, go to nullsec. If you like really excellent group ups and big arms race, go to nullsec. If you like scrappy PvP, go to lowsec. If you like small gang good stuff, go to Pochfin. If you want to kind of care bear it up for a while, nothing wrong with that, go to highsec. You know, so all good. Best is definitely subjective. Exactly. Best is where your friends are actually is the answer. That's it. Galactic Flatulence. Tier 1 out of your mind. That might be the best name on Twitch I've ever seen. Absolutely everything. So, you know. So, what are friends? It's the friendship. What a name. Galactic Flatulence. Amazing. So, no friends, only spies. Oh, Wormhole and Pochfin is, in my opinion, the best place in EVE. It's my favorite space. Wormhole and Pochfin space. Best. For Loru. It was made for Loru. That's absolutely so good. Chat, here are your winners. And then we'll dive in with the show today. We got Evil Free, The Father, and Squirrel getting the goodies. I'm not going to yell today, chat, because my voice is gone. Okay, good job. As always, chat, we're going to DM the winners after stream. If you won, DM me your EVE in-game name. If not, if I already have it, make sure you just chill. That's it. Every single time I copy and paste this message, it gets longer. And I don't know why. I'm just going to keep doing it. It's very funny. So, very silly. Excellent job, champ. Excellent job. Okay. Good conversations. EVE is in the best place it's ever been. Let's let the devs cook, ladies and gentlemen, because I really do believe that they are going to be able to improve things and really do be able, and I really do think that the game's just going to keep getting better and better. I am not a bitter vet. I am not. What I am is somebody who believes in the devs. I really do. So. Let me tell you why. So I've worked with other game developers. And tried to do content with and for them, right? And I've tried to be like, what about this? What about that? When I tell you that CCP Games is actually one of the only gaming companies that listens to their people. I can tell you that right now. So this is a Crimson Harvest Astarte. We can start with one of these. Yep. I almost clicked that ad. What is with these terrible ads, bro? Okay, so that's FPS. Crazy. Nice, no. Yes, Nilton. Yeah, good. Hey, I'm glad to see you in KYBERNAUTs, brother. Sorry I can't come around too much, but, you know, duty calls, right? Okay, so we're going to start with this. We're going to make a fit for the Winter Nexus. I don't have any Astarte fits saved. Nope, I got none. Got none. So I agree with blasters. No, I don't. Just kidding. Only 9,000. Really? We might have to go railguns, but then the frigates, bro. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. That is a close range. All right, so here's the problem, okay? Here's the problem. If you're flying in this area, here's how I fit these things. Oh, this is Tech 1? No. We're going to Omega this. Let me give you first some fitting methodologies that I do with my fits. If we're going for Omega-focused fits, we like to semi-bling out the fits. Because you're Omega, I assume you can afford more stuff. We like to semi-bling out the fits. We will start with bigger stuff and go from there. If you are watching our fits that are Alpha, they're gonna be we like to make them as cost-effective as possible. And I didn't say cheap, I said cost-effective. Okay, so that's kind of what we do here. Why does it say EM? Heck. Probably just because that was for that one. Let's put explosive in. Sounds good. Yes, sir. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, the frigates orbit you at 4, 8, and 12. So you have to go blasters, you're not hitting the frigs. I actually completely agree with you. And it makes me sad because against the boss, you have bad range. You just have bad range. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring some null. We'll bring like 3k null. Okay, because null, you can start hitting out. Okay, we're good. We're good. It does need a web. You're right about that. It does need a web. Absolutely. Instead of the tracking computer, probably not actually, because you want to be able to swap to stuff. Hybrid burst aerator is more damage. We do 800 DPS. So first and foremost, what we need when we do these is to be able to understand a couple things. There's a couple win conditions. Thank you, Warborn. Yes. What we need to understand when we do this is there's a couple use cases. The first one is newts. These mobs newt like crazy. So absolutely, yeah, 800 DPS with null is really good. Really good. So we have to be able to combat the newts. The second thing is these mobs do a lot of damage. So we actually have to we're going to do a nice double tank. We're going to do a solid, like, double armor rep because they actually do a lot of damage here and you want to be able to not die to some spike damage. The second thing, or the third thing, excuse me, are the frigates. The frigates orbit you at very, very close and they're going to be tough to hit. So you want to throw this tracking on there. 1200 DPS on a Brutix with void ammo. We're also going to be bringing antimatter. Antimatter has a ton of tracking. Okay, let's get 5k antimatter. Let's get 5k void. Antimatter has way better tracking. We still do 1000 DPS with it. Look at the tracking, 67 with antimatter. Void is going to 50. And that is different. So they web scram newt, so moving is brutal, correct. So the afterburner is, after using this last time, the afterburner is like, you don't want it until you need to get within range, slightly within range of something. So this is an Astarte, chat. This is a Tech 2 Astarte. So let's also look at what its bonuses are, because whenever you're fitting a ship, you want to look at its bonuses. Rate of fire, fall off is great. That's huge. Armor command burst can fit 2 command burst modules. Really? Really? We're going to have to utilize that. Damage and armor rep amount, even better. We're going to double rep it up. That's right. The tracking enhancer is actually huge. It pushes our range out a ton. Make sure to keep using the tracking enhancer. That sounds great. I'm going to probably use 2 armor reppers. The power grid goes a little bit up there, but we can figure that out. We could figure that out. So what are the necessary modules here? Minimum necessary modules. Hybrid burst aerator is quite the DPS increase, but we might not be using that. And instead we might be getting another capacitor thing. Just kidding. Look at this. Look at this. 43 minutes. Might as well be cap stable. Oh man. Would the web with the medium drones be enough to kill the frigates? No, that's why we're going to have also those. Here's what I like to do with these fits. Okay. We're gonna put the Navy ones on so they don't die as quick. Okay. And we're going to have the Navy hammerheads because we don't want them to die as fast. Okay, good. So the drones are now spoken for. Drones are good. Don't need any more drones. Again, the drones are secondary. This is looking real nice. I actually love the single tracking enhancer in the lows, but we just don't need it. Or do we? Because it pushes it out to 22 with the tracking speed computer on. I actually like this combo a lot after doing this. Carry a launcher, snowballs for the task. Actually, the meta choice. Actually, the meta choice. Not a meme. Not a meme. Actually, the meta choice. Completely correct. This is part of the thing. Hit NPC with snowball is actually a part of it, so we actually need these. No memes. Actually correct. Lost a Ferox yesterday to the Nexus level 1 site and had to come back to get better fitting from the master himself. Hey, I'm trying, AR guy. I am trying to help the people. So what we've got here is actually a very solid fit. I think the weakest one we're looking at here is the Afterburner. The problem with the Afterburner is you want it, you don't care about it until all of a sudden you need it. Too much power grid. What if we get some, so let's just pause for just a second here. We're gonna be blinging out some of this. We're at 400 million-esque. Okay, give me a, let's go to the compare tool, always. Which one's the cheapest one? This one gives me 10%. This one is much less. Let's get the bigger one. You like to bling out single modules. Okay. Single modules are very good to bling out. So for example, here's the Thuck. We have 1 cat battery. Can we do double cat batteries? No, we're still over by about 6%. Tech 2 web. I can't do grapplers on battlecruisers, can I? Those are only battleships? No, can't. So if I do webs. Do we want a better web? Probably. To have some better range on some of those ships that are slightly out. Yes, this one goes out to 13. This one goes out to 14. I want the one that's further away. Let's do the one that's further away. Now can I do it? Now can I do it? A little bit less. A little bit less. The 60% web. No, this is 60% and this one is going out to 14. Doesn't the boss set it like 20? That's kind of what I'm saying is that we need to get I think we need the Afterburner because you're gonna be like, oh, I don't want it. And also there really is nothing else to fit there. So look, because the only real choice here is the rig. That's it. Is just the rig. Level 2 gets 20%. Let's get the cheapest one that's 20 per 2 cent. That's the Imperial Navy. Looking real good. Not a lot of effective HP, but that's okay because we have the explosive in the rigs and we are all gas, no brake here. The double actives are going to really help with this. Oh, the rig needs to be a nano. Yep. Boom. Yep. Rig needs to be a nano. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay. Oh no. Why is this Tech 2? Why is this Tech 2? I wanted this to be Imperial Navy. Just to get a little bit extra there. Okay. What do y'all think, champ? So you can say rig for capacitor, but I disagree. Because with 1 medium armor rep on, you're at 32 minutes. It will die on cap and slowly die. Do we do double cap batteries? Let's see what the capacitor control circuit does. Stable, 5 minutes. Nope, this is it. This is it because you can leave both on. Instead of healing more per cycle with only 1 on during the sight, you can now leave both on the entire sight. 5 minutes is the entire sight. This is the move. Good job. The nuding is actually that big of an issue. Yes, the nuding is that big of an issue that you want to be careful of it. Okay. Okay. Got our snowballs. I was nuded and capped by multiple ships in the Ferox. I was dead in the water. Yeah, nuding is huge. Yep. Yep. I don't like the Ansels. You can use Ansels if you want. Turn Afterburner off since it's only going to burn it to the battleship boss. Correct. Another 6 minutes. And here's what I'll do also. A monopropellant Afterburner is actually super slept on. A monopropellant Afterburner is still good, but it uses the least amount of capacitor of all of the Tech 1 Afterburners. It uses very little capacitor. So if the Afterburner is like, you just kind of want it, it's really good. Really good. Really good. So, okay. This is, let me kind of double check this. We got our antimatter. We're going to be in antimatter quite a bit. We got our void. We're hitting the boss. We do 1,000 DPS. Heated. We're going to go up to 1,200. We have a festival launcher for the stuff. We've got some armor commit. Now, do we take energizing or do we take the one that speeds up the active heals? I almost always default to energizing, but if we get rapid repair, we go up to 150 from 122 because the Astarte gets bonuses to armor rep amount. This also, is this hurting our capacitor? That doesn't hurt our capacitor too much. It only is 10. Take both. I think both is definitely the answer. I think it's always, why not just take both, you know? Just take both. Because then we can test both and see which one's better. For sure. For sure. Chad, how do we overheat the modules? We left click in the fitting window or we shift click in space. You have to have the thermodynamics thing. Rapid repair reduces cap use. Correct, correct. I bring more tank than more damage. I do agree that typically it's more tank. Typically you're gonna default to the energize. But we'll just start from there. Okay. Do we want to bring one more tank module? Do we want to bring one more tank module? Let's just test this. We only gain another 5k EHP. I don't want a reactive. We don't really get a lot of... No, because we're active heals. This is, we're playing into our win condition by having double actives. Okay. And also, by the way, this is the wrong order. You gotta put these in the right order. Okay. This is the optimal order for overheating. This is the optimal order for overheating. I don't love a damage control. I don't love a it's a good idea. I don't love a damage control. Of course, have some paste, chat. Always have the paste. Every time. I've been forgetting the paste in all of my fits. So, okay. Damage control sucks on armor ships? Yes. Paste. Okay, there you go. It's like, paste. Paste. Now, you could do a clone here, too. You could. Let's just stick with this. And then let's get our MTU. Alrighty. I think this is good. Let me just kind of do a quick double check. Armor Command Burst, Festival Launcher, Heavy Neutron Blaster. Monopropellants, we got our better web, better the tracking computer can stay Tech 2, that's fine. Armor reps could be blinged out, that's not a big deal. We blinged out, I like blinging out the single modules, that helps. One medium capacitor control circuit, that's a great rig, is a one of. This is looking good from an ammo standpoint. Ammo looks good, drones look good, MTU is good, this is great. This is gonna be the Winter Nexus. Winter Nexus. What do I call these? Winter Nexus. Omega High Sec Sight Runner. Okay. So let's buy it. Let's buy it, champ. Let's do it. Synth drop and ooh, good call, good call. Pause. Pause. Gotta have that tracking speed. Also, gotta have that hard shell. Gotta have that hard shell. Gotta have the synth exile. Good ideas. Well done. Well done. Now we save this. Good. Boop. Okay. Let's buy it. Well done, chat. Well done. So this is a common thing with fitting. People are saying plates. People are saying damage control. These sites are going to test you in the Winter Nexus. They are big. They do a lot. And what we're not going to do is bring suboptimal things, okay? Because plates would basically just extend the amount of time it takes to kill us. It's not going to help us survive. The Astarte does not get any, this is specifically for this ship. The Astarte does not get any bonuses to armor HP at all. 0. So why would I use it? You know? Why would I, it doesn't plus our bonuses at all. Not a good idea. Okay. Looking real good, chat. Looking real good. Okay, a lot of gankers, more than an Ulsec. Really, Tom? That's so interesting. Okay. Lost Soul, of course. Yeah, I'll drop it in the Loru Gaming in-game chat. This will be a video too. So what we want to do is we want to make fits for all of the races. And before I go out and undock, let's do this. Let's do this, okay? For Galente, we're not going to be making an EOS fit, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, come on. Let's, you know, we're not going to be doing it. Snowballs make damage only if it's yellow snow. There it is. A lot of suspect baiting. Yes, correct. Correct. A lot of suspect baiting. So, I do have an MTU, yes. We're not going to be making an EOS fit because we're not doing droned fits for this event because they suck. The Claymore, the Sleipnir is getting used a ton. And I think there's a reason for that. It has the tracking speed bonus. Does it? It has the fall off bonus. The shield booster bonus is nice. This one is rate of fire, burst strength, rate of fire, shield res. A lot of damage. The Claymore could be pretty good too, but I can see the Sleipnir getting used a lot more. Projectile turrets might have better application against these guys. Vulture, I think, will be good. Yeah, optimal range on the medium turrets. Vulture is going to be really good, actually. Vulture is going to be really, really good. Sleipnir is nice. Shearers, exactly. Yeah, good profile for this. Nighthawk is a monster. Nighthawk's going to be really good for this. Both of these are going to be great. Yep. Yep. Absolution damage. Armor command burst. Better capacitor on the turrets. I think the Absolution will be really good for this, okay? Really good for this because it's going to manage its capacitor better. This is a cap battle at the end of the day. Ship armor hit points on the Damnation. See, that's a ship you would throw plates on, okay? Damage. And look, but see, this ship is not going to be easier to hit the frigates. So it's really going to depend on stuff. So I would pick the other ship over the Damnation. Drone bay is a little small. Yeah, the Icky could be good, but we're not doing Trig ships today. We're doing Empire ships. So let's start with the Astarte. Let's take this out because this is going to be very telling. Just bring an Aeon. This is going to be very telling about how to do this. Okay. Looking good. What clone am I in? I'm probably in my +5s. Yeah. Let's go for a burner clone. Nice burner clone here. Okay. All right. Vagabond best ISCOM price. It might be. Might be. Sleipnir slaps to 2 tracking computers. It'll tank just fine with minimal effort. Double tracking, huh? No web. That's intriguing. That's intriguing. Sleipnir with no web, double tracking, huh? No webs. It's very interesting. So, Vindy is definitely going to be it, for sure. This Winter Nexus is a battleship event. It is. It is. Raven Navies are good. Raven Navies are good. I don't think they've nerfed the Nurgles, but I would not take a Nurgle to this site. Do not do that. Do not do that. Straight up a bad idea. Straight up a bad idea. Okay. And what we're going to do, I kind of want to start by separating these, but I don't think we're going to need to. Let's put this here. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Alrighty. Get our drones nice and ready to go. Hammerheads are going to be here. And then we move. Good job, chat. Hey, well done. Sorry I'm a little lower energy today. I'm still recovering from all of my nose being stupid. So thank you for that. Okay. Can definitely do a Tengu. You can do any of the T3 cruisers. Here's the shtick. You can do the Winter Nexus sites with battle cruisers, with T3 cruisers, with assault cruisers, but it's really made for battleships. We're starting with battleships because, and with the video coming out today after stream is going to be battleship focused. and tomorrow, by the way, because battleships are going to win the sites more often. So yeah, Taco, most of them can do the thing. Any non-drone ship can be it. So laid back Loru, that's right, Will. Trying my darndest, you know. Assault cruisers can, just don't use the Ishtar. Don't use drone boats. That's my only thing. So, Marauders and High Sec got nerfed. Got nerfed. Where now, in order to use a Marauder at the High Sec sites, you have to actually have a key. So we took out Black Ops ships yesterday to great effect. My Widow won every single DPS race. Why not drones boats? Because they eat it. Because they eat your drones. They destroy drones. The moment you pull out your drones, everything starts targeting your drones. They eat drones. They eat drones. Now look, you can take a drone ship, but you're gonna absolutely lose money compared to the rest of us. Just straight up. You're gonna be the guy that's gonna spend a bunch of money and be like, man, this whole winter Nexus isn't that profitable. We'll see about it. I'm gonna go with the antimatter first. All right. Let's see, chat. Let's see. Spinny bits are on. Spinny bits are on. That's for me, chat. That's actually for me. Delicious. Good. More giveaways for the people. Delicious. Thank you to my Industry Corp for building me capital ships. I am not in a travel fit. You do not need a travel fit in a battle cruiser because they're sub 9. It's like a waste of time, you know? All right. So, I'm not going to be able to do this one because there's a Drake and a Scorpion Navy. The Scorpion Navy is going to be able to out DPS me. So we're going to go to a new high sec site that literally just spawned. I'll show you the contract, chat. I buy capital ships from my Indie Corp. I buy them to give to you. That's what we do. Sorry for the chewing. We're gonna be done with it soon. We'll do Tech 3 cruisers probably at the end of the day today. All right, chat, here we go. Let's turn our stuff on. Let's get our spinny bits going. Remember, we are cap stable with one of these on. So we just wait till we're in armor and then we just leave it on. We have double, my God, we have double battle cruiser. So let's swap back to Void, turn the afterburner on, and let's try to, we're gonna keep these guys at range. We're gonna web it and we're gonna hit them with this snowball just very easily. Boop. Hit with snowball, thank you kindly. We web, we are missing with our blasters. We're gonna try to keep him at range. Okay, and I'm watching my event thing here. Okay, what's the range on my Void? I have to like relearn everything. Let's do it. 9K, fall off. All right, good. Yeah, let's keep it range. I'm gonna try to keep it range like 12. That sounds pretty good to me. And then this is, we can absolutely tank the battle cruisers. Only thing I forgot to do was drop my MTU. That's fine. Kill the NPCs, Capsuleer, hit with snowball. Good, we'll do that after. All right, good, so we come back to this guy. Now we're gonna turn our afterburner on a little bit. You can see we are taking some damage because we were keeping it range. Keeping it range maximizes your DPS, but also maximizes the enemy's DPS on you. So let's just, we can always pulse our heal like one time to try to get some stuff back. Let's keep going. We do have Void on for this. The range is within 9K, but once you get closer to 3K, you just start doing a ton of damage. And this is the difference between battleships and battle cruisers, is battleships are basically don't move, brain dead. You can just sit at the center of the site and have a good time with it. Oh, sorry, D-Vels. Sorry about that. Battleships, you can just sit at the center of the site and have a good day. Battle cruisers, you have to do a decent amount of micro in order to make sure that you are able to do things. All right, so now the boss typically spawns like up here. Let's reload our stuff. Let's turn off that really quick. Boss typically spawns like at the tip, like over here. So let's get ready for the boss. We have our afterburner, and this is, I'm glad we took the afterburner. Glad we took the afterburner. And here he comes, chat. Here he comes. And here comes a Scorpion Navy issue as well. Coming in, and this is where we are going to swap to Null at the start here. He is very far from us. I'm also going to lock up the Scorpion Navy so I can throw a, I'm going to throw a snowball at this guy, hoping it doesn't incur Concord. Hoping it does not incur Concord. And look, I'm actually, ooh, I have to call out my drones as well. Let's call out my drones, and I am not even close to within range of this. 22, we might lose the DPS race of this. I'm going to call my drones out just to do something. Afterburners on, throw out the drones, and we're within range. Good. Good. I'm going to keep Null armor. I'm going to keep Null on, and I'm going to keep him at, we're not going to get there in time for anything else, so let's just keep us on. We also can heat our stuff, but I don't want to heat here because we're probably going to lose the DPS race to the Scorpion Navy simply because we were out of range. Simply because we were out of range and nothing else. So throwing, you're welcome, chat. You're welcome. I hit a Capsuleer with a snowball to test if it did things, and it did not incur Concord. You're welcome, chat. We lost the DPS race because of Scorpion Navy. That's what happens. Now, what we could do is we could yoink this and align the hell out. But it's not worth it. It's just not worth it, chat. Okay, so let's warp to the next base. And this Scorpion Navy is going to be able to get it done. Let's type in local. We type GF and local. Drones are in. Scorpion Navy won the DPS race. He was out of range. He was out of range of us. So what you're going to see, battleships, and this is why we flew the Widow yesterday. Battleships are going to be really good at this because of the range buff that they get to all of their large guns. The battle cruisers, you have to fly around. Well, ends up being tough. That's true. Yeah. Yep. All right. Drake is here. We got a Vagabond, a Drake, and a Vexer on this base. Let's go see what we can do here. Vagabond coming in. Vagabond coming in. Marauder good for this? Yes, but it is so good for it, they nerfed it this year. So you can take a Marauder into your sights, but you have to have a key if you go into high sec. You could take a Marauder into low sec without a key. By the way, that's going to be one of our videos next week, is we're going to take stuff into here. All right, so let's start seeing if we can hit these frigates. Let's get some antimatter. Let's kind of navigate towards this way. And maybe what I did wrong was I shouldn't have gone towards, remember last site, everything was like over here, right? Good, so we can kill the frigates with this. Excellent. That's what I wanted to see. It's actually what I wanted to know. Can we kill the frigates with these blasters, with this web? And we can. Looking real good, real excellent, excellent stuff. We're going to be able to take these mobs out to finish my quest. Here's that Scorpion Navy again. I'm going to attempt to out DPS this guy, because that was we did not get the kill on that NPC. Let's do this guy instead. Now look, we're starting to get to the point where it's like 11k away. This is the issue with battle cruisers in these sites. This is the issue with battle cruisers, is you just don't have with blasters, you don't have the range. So when y'all were saying, hey, you need the blasters, the Astarte, I'm gonna tell the people when we make the guide, the Astarte is an okay ship for this. It's just okay. It's not great. You should take something with better range. So, you can sit on the boss warping. Yes, yes, you can, which is typically like over here-ish. That's why we're going that way. All right, I'll stop our DPS with this. Whoa, we got an APOC coming in. Good luck. Here we go, chat. It's time to, let's get void loaded. Let's get void loaded. Let's pulse our heal one time just to get full. And let's get ready. We're gonna let other people kill this guy. The boss typically spawns in like over here, so let's kind of hold on this area and just keep moving in this direction. Let other people kind of hit this guy. He's damaging me, so let's just, I guess we're gonna use null ammo on this guy, sure. We'll pulse our heals a little bit. Null can hit, we want to get within range of the boss and use void. If we can use this ship within range of the boss with void ammo, we are gonna be good to go. Let's do one more volley. Quick little poke, is that enough? A little more to kill this guy, come on. Come on guys, really? Everybody's getting ready for the boss, everybody knows. Literally everybody knows. All right, void ammo coming in. Let's get ready to call our drones out. We're going to stop ship really quick so we can make sure to go directly towards them, and we'll turn our afterburner on and get all the velocity towards the boss. Got quite the competition on these high-sec sites. APOC is going to be the biggest problem. A ton of damage. You saw us talk about that yesterday. There it is, again, within 27 of me. You know, so this is exactly the problem. Let's get really close to this guy. Let's heat this. And we're going to use, I'm going to wait to get, I'm going to throw my hammerheads out at him. I'm going to wait till we're within range. I'm not even going to slow him until we're within 9K. Let's hold, let's hold, let's hold. So we're bouncing off the stuff. And we can't, we have to use the void ammo. If we don't, we're going to lose it anyway. And do some damage. Do some damage. Good. Now let's hit him with the web. Hit him with the web. We're heating our guns. We'll turn my damage on just in case. We'll turn off our afterburner so we make sure our transversal's looking real nice. We do see that this guy, this is a good looking shot though. Okay. And do we win the DPS race against the APOC? We do not. And this is my point. This is exactly my point. All right, so let's head back to Jeddah. Let's head back to Jeddah because you can take this ship out. This ship works. You can do the site. But if you have competition against the battleships, you're not going to be able to do it. I'm doing 1,000 DPS, y'all. I'm telling you, we're doing 1,000 DPS, but an APOC does 1,300. And an APOC applies sooner. Okay. You can have a look in the can. Yeah, I don't really, you know, that's fine with me. There's a couple things need a high rate of fire. It's not about rate of fire. It's about range. My best damage is going to be within 9K. Too close. The APOC can hit within, my Widow yesterday was hitting within 30. Everybody that watches our Black Ops video coming out tomorrow, y'all are gonna win every single site. Every single site. You just will. Gonna be awesome. Gonna be awesome. Okay. Okay. Back to Jeddah. So that might be true, Gunlink. That might be true. So let's use the Sleipnir. Y'all have been raving about the Sleipnir. Let's go check it out. Let's do it. Sleipnir time. So the Astarte can do the site, but because it's forced into blasters, it ends up being tough from a range standpoint. So we want to see what Eve Workbench has to say for us. Winter Nexus. Let's see. This guy is straight up giving us a Winter Nexus fit. Let's see if we can fix my man's fit. Retinol. Let's see how good this fit is. Simulate this bad boy. Simulate this bad boy. Come on now. We're going to insta-warp. Insta-docking. Okay. Let's check this fit out. So let's look at this. We've got... What's with the Tech 1s, bro? Where's the hail? Republic Fleet EMP. No hail? Look at this. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Okay, 20 in a battle cruiser with 27K range. 27K. Disgusting. Where's the... There's no shield heals here. Wow, this is quite a thing, huh? People really be doing stuff differently with the Sleipnir. We've got burst aerators, EM, 1 cap battery, a medium shield booster, a single spectrum shield hardener, gyro, 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 tracking enhancer, and a single blinged gyro with a tractor beam. I don't really care about the tractor beam. We're going to fit a festival launcher instead. So, you know. Happy to do it, cow dog. Happy to do it. Range is nice, not great. I completely disagree. Anything within 22 is perfect. Perfect. Now we're talking. Doesn't increase it enough. What we're gonna do, tracking computer, multi-spectrum. Here's what we want to do. Okay. We want to bling this out a little bit just to be able to win some of the sites a little bit better. So the single ones, this one is the lowest. That's 200 million-esque. Don't really think so. Just kidding. Everything's super expensive with that right now. This one's good. Federation Navy, it's a speedy ship. A cap battery sounds good. We could bling out this guy for more tracking speed, but that's not a big deal. We do want the festival launcher, unironically, in the high slot, because it is part of this event. It is part of this event. It gives you points. We want to use it. Let's use like 100. What kind of drones we got? Hobgoblins. You want the Federation Navy ones, bro. You don't want your hobgoblins to die. Pyro? Sure. Okay, let's get this. Give me some hail. Give me that good old-fashioned hail. 1,000 DPS at 19 out. Overheat them snowballs. Here's my favorite part. You can take off the charge, and now we go up to 21. You don't have to use a charge in this. I did this a lot with my Chronos, where I would just let the tracking computer run as is without a charge. It means that you get a little bit of everything. Really good stuff. So for an extra 100 million-esque, we get another 2% stats. What does that push us to? Still 21. Nope, just kidding. Wait. It goes up to still 21. So guess what? We are going to use the Tech 2. Okay, so I think this is a good starting point here. What do I think about this all gas, no brake thing in the lows here? Cap stable. This kind of scares me from a capacitor standpoint. Instead of the burst air raider giving us like a slight amount more DPS, I'm worried we're gonna get capped out. Because here's what I have to do, y'all. Here's the reality of being a content creator. I have to make a fit that is kind of dummy proof. Chat, you watching the live stream and you watching the VOD, you're not dummies, okay? You're not. But some people that download my fits are dummies. And they will go in here with level 1 skills, level 1, and be like,
I used Loru's fit and died.
So I have to basically like dummy proof my fits, and like I'm gonna have to use a capacitor control circuit and the thing. So none of you are dummies, chat. None of you are dummies. You're all very smart and very intelligent and handsome with large hairstyles. Everything is gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. So I think this is good. Blue pill synth drop. Pyralancia instead of hard shell. I'm going to not use that and have a hard shell instead. Hard shell. So the Astarte is a really good showcase of just because you can do something in Eve doesn't mean you should. The Astarte is only 9k range. Very bad. Yeah. As you say, Umbra. As you say. Okay. Okay. Sleipnir. Sleipnir. Let's see it. Do I have any? Yeah, I do. Give me a couple of these guys. I collect ship hulls, chap. Because I give away ships. I don't think... Guys, the folder's only at 150 billion-esque. I think we need a little more. I think we need a little more ships there. You know what I'm saying? We might need... Just a wee bit more. Just a wee bit more. Okay. Ooh. I actually haven't gone on this computer on a Sleipnir. Mm-hmm. Let's do it. Sleipnir. Sick. Love it. That's right, chat. Let's up those numbers. We got to make sure it happens, chat. We really do. Hey, you guys are, chat, do me a favor. Type 1 if you're okay with more chill Loru today, okay? Is that okay? I've been fighting this cold for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I've been doing everything I can. Just won't leave me alone. So just type 1 if you're okay with more chill Loru. Okay, thank you. Because I'm getting in my head. I'm imposter syndrome. You know, I feel like if I'm not like super high energy, then you guys are gonna like leave. And I'm like, and there's 500 people on Twitch and 200 people on YouTube. So, what's the line from Mr. Robot? We really are prisoners of our own insecurities, right? So, ooh, nice skin, Mimitar Liberation Games. Look at that. All right, slept near time. Slept near time. That I wish Mr. Robot had less sex scenes in it. Because that show, in my opinion, would have been an S-tier show if it wasn't just full of pornography. And I don't watch TV shows. If I see a single sex scene in a show, I will stop watching it because I am done with having the enemy show me pornography when I haven't watched porn in years, chat. It is one of my greatest victories as a Christian that I have not willingly watched pornography in maybe 6 or 7 years. It took me my entire life. But if I can beat it, chat, you can too. You can too. Very important. Anyway, tangent for you boy. You know, big tangents here today. That's what happens. Slept near time. Slept near time. There's a lot of competition in that area. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna see what's like on this side of the woods. There's a lot of competition around stuff, chat. So we'll see. So, everybody can. So no, being married is actually, I haven't loaded disk space, and being married has nothing to do with it. People like to say, oh, you're married, it's easier when you're married. No, it's not. It never gets easier. You know, in Alcoholics Anonymous, right? They always say like, if you're addicted to alcohol, you don't just like stop being addicted to alcohol. That is very true. Just because I don't have a web. I don't have a web on this fit, bro. Are we gonna die? Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. People really be doing this without a web, huh? Tracking computer over the web? I don't know. We're gonna see. Damage, fall off. It's good. It's good. We'll see. We'll see, chat. Okay, we have to kill battleships. Sleipnir, first time being flown on stream. What we did was we showed that the Astarte is a solid C tier ship for this event because railguns are gonna really suck at tracking close to you. And so you're forced, and since there's so many frigates that come close to you, you're forced to use blasters. But then you lose the DPS race against literally any ship that has range on you. So it's just not a good idea. So I almost died, but lived with the stable exo shield boost. Kane, no web, should be fine, I think. Okay. First Marauder kill of the event secured, and I only had to shoot once. Nice, Umbra, nice. Good. Doing this with the Gila, no web required. You can. See, this is what I keep saying, chat. I'm gonna advocate you don't use drone boats. But I'm not your dad, you can do what you want. Okay, let's see about it. I don't use webs on my slep, just tracking and gyro. I'm already more than halfway through reward track. Okay, Ren, hey. Nice, good, we got some good. One of the reasons I try to do this live is to really showcase stuff. Legion is definitely possible, Nexus. Today we're doing battle cruisers. Yesterday we did battleships. Today we're starting the stream off at least with battle cruisers. Doing a lot of testing here. A lot of testing. Let's keep this going. Okay, we got some reds and local. We're gonna keep this going. Claymore can get massive passive shield tank and shoot missiles. Might be that. Might need that. We got some absolution fits. Let's see this. Yeah, show me your fits, chat. I can feature them. I don't love the micro warp drive for these events. I can tell you that right now. Because of the cap reduction. Because of the cap reduction. Show me conflag. Look, you're going to be able to do the site in a 1.5 billion-esque absolution. I can confirm, you know, so, you know. Don't forget the winter filaments are back. You can bounce to high sec meta limbs that are further out. Oh, true. I got to go get some of those. Very true. I got to go do that. But then we're not close to Jitta. That's my only problem. I have to be able to go to Jitta to keep on refitting stuff. Probably should have checked if I forgot paste again, champ. The fits will have paste. People will hunt it. True. True. I think he stays close to Jitta so he can make shift factor. That is correct. That's exactly what I do. I like this ship. It's fun. It's tight looking. I like it. I like ships that look like they could be real ships. You know what I mean? Like this looks like it could actually be, it looks like a ship from the Expanse or something. I like the guns on the side. I like the burners on the back. You know, I can see like the living quarters over here, like windows. The solar panels on the side. I like that. I like that. Oh, Come on down, Jazz. You could choose your favorite. You could choose your favorite. So one of the best looking ships in the game. I agree. I totally agree. All right, there's 100 people here right now. No, there's only 20 people. A lot of occupers. What's going on? The hell is going on? Why is there so many occupers and impels? The heck is that? It's like 20 occupers. Yeah, no kidding. Combat probes are out. You don't say. Somebody got ganked. Someone got ganked. They're scooping up some stuff. Picking up all the loot. Yeah, somebody got ganked on that. I can tell you that. So, kind of reminds me from Star Citizen. Yeah, there's a ship from Star Citizen close there. For sure. For sure. Someone's evacing. For sure. Got a Perseverance cooking? You do. I will unironically buy it, Ayrton. And look, Ayrton, do not give it to me. I will buy it from you. Okay? I will buy it. Do not make me send you money anonymously. Okay? Okay. I will buy it at launch prices. 350 million-esque. Boy, am I not surprised about that. Hey, I'm just going to cancel my order because no way that's getting fulfilled. Okay. All right. Praxis is here. Praxis might be able to out DPS us. We're going to find out. Let's go this way. It says relay hit with a snowball. What is a relay? What do I have to hit with the snowball? That's a relay. Enter that while warping. Stop warping. Stop warping. What are you doing? What are you doing? I didn't click warp at all. What the heck is that? Why did I warp? It's a data site thing. Why did I warp, champ? Look, apparently that Praxis hacked my computer and told me to warp. So I guess I'm going to the next place. I actually don't remember clicking warp. So I'm not in fleet. Take fleet warp. I know, exactly. Yeah, we're going to the next place, apparently. Praxis got me. Forcing a warp. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Would be pretty nuts. Oh, I have freaking weapons timer from doing this, chat. So we'll just hold here for just a sec. We'll hold here for just a sec. So I have to go into a hacking site to do that? It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. So the battle cruisers, here's the 3 things you have to fulfill if you're building your own battle cruiser fit to do the Winter Nexus sites. First and foremost, you have to have anti-newt pressure. Okay. You have to be able to not get newted out by the various ships. That's number 1. Number 2 is you have to have range. Stop ship. Stop ship. Every single time I'm trying to do something, I go somewhere else. Furious. Another combat site just spawned, and I'm just like not able to go there. Ridiculous. All right, I guess I'm just committing to this place because here we go, chat. All right, spinny bits are on. Let's turn everything on. Let's do it. Here I go. First, it's the newt pressure. Second, it's the range. This Sleipnir as 19 out with hail, and I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be not, if I put the optimal on with hail, I'm out to 24. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. The lads are less contested. Really? I might have to check that out for sure. Go to 24. That means I'm good to go with actually just the base tracking computer. I just get a little bit of everything. And, but there's nothing here. Of course, there's combat probes up. That's fine. The projectile turrets especially, they get really good bonuses from having an unscripted tracking computer. Because the autocannons have a close optimal range, but the fall off is far. So if you get both optimal and fall off, need 25 camera range. Now, if you get within like 22, 23, you're pretty good. You're pretty good. So I think this is going to be the move here. And if you need, you can swap the tracking computers to call it a day. We got combat probes out, chat. We're going to launch this from myself. Let's get some consummations and let's consume up some stuff here.
and just to get ready for some death-defying action. Okay, here we go. All right, we got to turn this on, and let's start this going. Let's get this going. All right, so I have to remember that I am shield tanked, so I have to like keep my shield thing on at all times. So let's hit the. You want to hit the bigger ones first, and then the E-War guys. So you have a newt. I'm attacking the wrong guy first. We want to hit this battlecruiser first. Let's leave my shield on. Thank you kindly. Afterburner is on. We're still going slow. That's fine. We will hit this guy. Good to go. Let's hit the battlecruiser. After the battlecruiser, we'll hit the newts. The newt guy is... You want to hit the newt guy and the guy that scrams you first. Hey, newt that guy. You know, we want to kill the mobs that are stopping us from leaving first. So 16 km with this, 21 km range on this. Let's try to keep this guy at range to maximize our damage. We can even turn off our afterburner while we're being webbed like this because it just stops your DPS from hitting. So how cap stable am I right now? I'm very cap stable even with this. That's pretty sick. Yo, thanks for the super chat. Character ping from behind a cloud saying hiya. What's up, me hi? It's good to see you. Thanks for that. Let's keep this guy at range, y'all. We're going to do some extra DPS to him. So, what damage am I doing right now? I'm doing 1,000 DPS. Doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it. We'll see. Maybe I need the better tracking speed script right now. Let's actually go for that. Let's turn on the tracking speed script. Ah, he's healing. That's why. Let's turn on the tracking speed script in just a sec. Let's turn this off for a moment. Keep this on unless we're at the boss. Okay, good. Now we'll keep this guy at range. Keep this guy at range. We'll do some extra damage to it. So much smoother than the last one. Absolutely. I can tell you the Astarte did not feel this powerful. And let's turn on our afterburner, I guess. Maybe. I want to keep my tracking speed going really nice with our optimals here. So I'm kind of not really doing that. So all right, let's go back to this guy. Let's turn this on. Good to go. We're all right. All right, switch to EMP. Oh, is that why? He was using the faction ammo because of the damage profiles of the enemy. We're going to do T3 cruisers later. Wrong ammo. Yeah, that's it. Hail is the wrong ammo. Does the battleship at the end also have bad resistance to EMP? Wow. All Sanchez. Way more DPS. So we need to not use hail at all. Interesting. We are doing so much more damage now. I can feel it. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Yes, I am. I really am. So, really good stuff. Okay, cool. So the Sleipnir with the EMP damage. That was what we were missing before. Another reason that the Brutix and the Astarte aren't as good because we don't have great access to EMP damage. Another reason. For sure. All right, turn this off. We don't need to reload. Let's head this way towards the battleship. We got a Praxis and a Rattle coming in. There they come. Here they come, chat. Let's try to see if we can do this. Let's heat our stuff. Turn the afterburner on so we can try to get within range. We are going to... There's the Praxis, baby. Let's see about it. We're within 22. That's good. That's good. Let's lock him up. Let's get within optimals. We're going to turn this on. Drones out. DPS on. Everything heated when there's a competition like this. Let's see if we can out DPS a Praxis. We might be able to. This is good. We're learning things, chat. We might include this one so people have to use EM damage because I like to include clips in my videos where I learn something. That way, like, it's reinforced for people to use the proper ammo. We could turn off the afterburner because we really want to get close to this guy. I'm keeping a sharp eye on this. We don't completely burn out our guns. We'll keep these overheated, though. 24%. We're at 100% heat, and I'm going to get ready for these to start going up and up and up. 31% heat, 35% heat. We're at 100% heat. Keep hitting it, keep hitting it. 37% heat. There he goes, chat. Did we get it? We got the loot, baby. That's what we're talking about. Yes, sir. Out DPSing a Praxis with the good old-fashioned Sleipnir. We say GF and local. Sleipnir. Looks like the Sleipnir is the move for battlecruisers purely because of the range. Purely because of the EMP and the range you get from it. Very excellent. Very good. We did have to heat that stuff a lot. That's fine. We can go back to a station and then keep it going. What kind of loot did we get? We got some faction... We got a microwave. Can't wait to microwave my stuff. It's gonna be great. I need to claim my rewards. We also got a rapture booster. Rapture booster. Ooh, cap recharge time. Nice. Quite pog. Excellent stuff, chat. The Sleipnir seems to be the move, but anything that has the range that you've been seeing and has the ability to do EMP damage with the battle cruisers, that is going to be the move for this. And if you want more Winter Nexus guides, that's this playlist right here. We got battleships, battle cruisers, the whole thing for it. And if you want the best Eve guides, sub right here. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks very, very much. Sleipnir, chat. We finally found one that works. We found one that works. Okay. So now that we know, here's how I like to do all of my fits, and here's how you can kind of play Eve too. I like to do my videos in buckets. What I mean is, once we kind of find a methodology that works, now we can apply that methodology to different ships. So that's the Sleipnir. This one works. The Astarte, straight up bad. Like it's a C tier ship. If it's all you can fly, you can use it, but it's just not great. I just don't think it's going to be good. The Claymore, you can, but we already have a Mimitar ship. So let's just say like you can fit the Claymore if you want. The Galente ships are getting real shafted for this whole event because the EOS, it's not a good idea because it's a drone boat and drone boats are bad for this event. I'm going to claim that reward. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to click the claim reward button. Excellent. The Astarte just has too close range. What about the Nighthawk or the Vulture? Can we redeem let's use a missile ship since we haven't done it. Let's get a Nighthawk going. Let's get a Nighthawk fit. We don't have any missile boats yet. Let's get a Nighthawk going. Let's go back to, let's do this guy right here. Thank you. Let's get a Nighthawk going and let's go to Eve Workbench. Okay. Okay. Let's do Nighthawk. Let's get a nice base here. Eve Workbench chat. Fantastic site. Fantastic site. Let's see if, sometimes they like me so much. Sometimes I'm featured. They got the Crashy Naps being featured. Love it. Love it. I am featured sometimes on the homepage there. So let's do, I don't know. Let's do this one. Sure. We just want like a base. We're not actually going to be using that whole fit. So let's import this guy. Let's import this from Clippy Board. Simulation. Boom, boom. Okay. What is this fit, dude? Light missile launchers. Hey, chat, we're not going to use this fit at all. This fit's going to be bad. The dude's got light missile launchers and multiple shield boosters. What the heck? Let's get rid of this. Heavy missiles, heavy assault missiles. Hams are going to be tough to apply, but are going to do a lot of good stuff. Explosion radius of heavy missile, heavy assault missile. Let's try the hams first. Let's try the hams. Okay. Let's see about it. Show me hams for heavy assault missiles, chat. Boop, 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 boop. Excellent. I know the power grid's over. Don't worry, chat. Somebody's got a really bad fit here that we're going to be messing with. Don't you worry, okay? Whoever made this fit is not good at fitting. My goodness. Every rig is worse than the last. He had overdrives in the lows. It's terrible. I don't think I've seen a worse fit in many years, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, absolutely terrible. Harmonizing is what we want. Hams, let's get a single more ham. Now, we want the EMP. We want the Mjolnir. Okay, so Mjolnir is out to 16. That's pretty close range for this. Maybe it's heavy missiles instead. Seeing that the Tech 2 ammo is like that, let's look at what the Caldari Navy Mjolnir is. I know it's Mjolnir, chat. Please keep following the stream. Out to 19, we can definitely get some missile ranges with this. Let's start with this one and just see if we can push this, because this one is going to do more damage. It definitely is. Let's do missile guidance. Okay, let's do the missile guidance enhancers in the lows. That's going to push this out to... We're good. What the heck, dude? It goes from 28 with... Oh, that's the javelin. I want rage. Give me rage. Yeah, I don't want javelins. Rage out to 16. With this, we're out to 18. And then if we put a missile thing in the mids with a missile range, We are going to be able to go out to like 21, 22. That's what we want. Okay. Good. 21. So that's within range. This is a Nighthawk. It's a bit close though. It's a bit close though. Okay. So let's just start with, let's just call a spade, chat. Okay. We're going to do this right. We're going to do this right. We're going to put a large cap on there. And you know what's fun with missile ships? Webs are really good with missile ships against frigates. They're really good. Really good with missile ships. Let's do this. Insta-dock behind. Okay, sounds good. We'll turn these on just because. What was the web that was the good one we were using? The one that goes farther out? Looks like that is the Federation Navy. Federation Navy is nice. Okay. Is that Navy or Norma Drake? This is a Nighthawk, my friends. We're doing these first. Let's get some missile stuff in the lows so y'all can see the sheer DPS that this does. So, boop, boop, boop. We're up to only ballistic control system. Oh, that's not it. I was gonna say that's not the right one. Missile guidance. That's not the right one. Is that the right one? Are we only doing 600 DPS with this? Am I wrong? You only rage hams. Somehow I've done this wrong, chat. I have messed up. Ballistic control systems. Control system 2. This is damage. Why is our damage so low? Oh, because we're locked to kinetic. Is that why? Explosion, rate of fire, kinetic. Yep. With triple in the bottom, we're only doing that ain't worth it at all. So you don't want to use Nighthawk. Nighthawk gets bonuses for kinetic missile damage, rate of fire for everything else but kinetic missile damage. We're only going to be doing 600 DPS with this. I don't like it. Don't like it. Can't recommend it. Not good for Winter Nexus. This is another one of those Astarte situations where it's subpar. Vulture time. Shield hit points, medium turret damage, optimal range. Sounds great. I'm just going to build my own Vulture because I think I know what the heck I'm doing with these at this point. Okay, so hybrid turrets. Let's go blasters. Let's do large. Let's do the ion blaster. Okay. Let's do it. Why is my power grid so high right now? Oh, because it's large. Whoopsie. Let's do mediums. Mediums. Give me heavy neutrons. Thank you. Hey, come on. Give me this guy. Boop, boop. Excellent. Now we want shield stuff in the top. Because it's a shield bursty boy. Correct. Let's get shield command burst tech dose. Blasters, same issue, but we have optimal range. Watch. Okay. Void with this one goes out to still 8. Man. Optimal range on the hybrid turrets. Let's put a couple in here and then we might not be able to use this either. This is actually why we're doing this. Even if these don't work, this is literally why we're here. Because I want to help the people be able to say, you know what, what ship is best? What ship is really good for this? And we talk about how there's no best ships, but goodness, there are ships that are better. I tell you that. So, my God. Yeah, okay. Not the Vulture. What about rails? Ugh. Rails for this one are going to be tough because of the frigates. Rails for this are going to be tough. Okay, so I'm nixing the Vulture too. I'm nixing the Vulture as well. Okay. I think we might have to build an Absolution fit, unironically. Where is it? Yep. Heavy missiles, armor commands, heavy missiles, heavy energy turrets. Let's build an Absolution fit. Let's build an Absolution fit. Okay. So one of the best looking ships in the daggum game. One of the best looking ships in the daggum game. What we'll do is we'll include an Astarte fit because we already made it. But we'll show people like, look, you can fly this, but you're gonna lose if any competition is on board. Can it do the sight? Yes. Yes, it can. but you will lose to other people flying the things. That's the problem. Hey, Winter Nexus fit. Let's check it out. Amar's good looking ships. They are. They really are. So I don't think anybody's debating that. Let's simulate this guy. What do we got? I click on a Winter Nexus Absolution, and I might as well have just stuck my head in a blender and like turned it on. What are we doing here, dude? What is with the quadruple command things? My God, we're gonna have to always bet on dumb. Fix your fit episode. Ugh. It just gets worse and worse. Look, we can put the mono propellant here. The only thing that was right are the lows. Okay, we're starting over. Get rid of it. My God. Okay, so it's an armor ship. Chat, it's okay. My eyes. Let's get the armor command burst right on there. Easy. That's the easy one. It's okay, chat. We're good. Our pulse lasers, the ones that are up close. Medium energy turrets. I always forget. Our pulse lasers, the ones that are up close. Pulse is range within 31. Heavy pulse. Yeah. Okay. Heavy pulse. Heavy pulse. Give me these. Now this does EM. Look at that, chat. Look at that glorious EM damage. Look at that glorious EM damage. Who are you? Sometimes you just have to kind of go, huh? This is 5. Let's get 7 of these. And I like to have 2 extras just in case something breaks. And then we will be including a Tech 1. Because of a recent thing. A Piffa terrorist. I tell you, that's probably... That's good. Dude put a fit up to get people killed. That's so funny. I've never thought of that. Dude put a fit up to kill people. That's wild. That's funny. Okay. All right, so this goes out to, we're only out to 14 with conflag. That's pretty tight on the range there. So we want a tracking computer, as always. It really is just all about the battleships. It really is. Just all about the battleships. I can tell you that. Even with all this coming in, we're at 18. That's better. That's better. Okay, let's bling this guy out. At the end of the day, chat, it looks like it's just the Sleipnir. You know, my goodness, is it the Sleipnir? Okay, just easier to fly, easier to use. We're doing only 700 DPS with this. You know, that's not a lot of damage, all things considered. Let's fit the rest of our lows. Have to be for tank, ore, and stuff. Okay, so we're an armor tank ship, so we need a multi-spectrum. Okay, energized multi-spectrum membranes. Which one is the one that is decent? This one, Imperial Navy, thank you. And now we need double armor reps. And we're gonna move these around. It's got really good tank though. My God, look at that tank. Look at it, do we even need this? Do we even need this? We're already very high on the EHP. I gotta be honest with you, I don't think we need this. And instead we just use this. We get the reinforcement, energizing, boop. I don't know if we need that. That EM hull will hurt. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do, I think you're right. I think we are gonna need a EM thingy. Fine, we'll do the multi-spectrum. We'll do this guy. Fit 2 command bursts. Yeah, we're gonna try. Now we need the double armor reppers. It really is the Sleipnir. It's amazing. We're gonna move these around, chat. Don't worry. It really is the Sleipnir. Sleipnir is just so far. Every time I'm trying to fit a ship, I'm like, my God, the Sleipnir's better. Every single time. Let's do an energizing charge and a rapid repair. How's our capacitor? Kind of sucks. Then we put capacitor control. Excuse me. Capacitor control looking good. capacitor control up to 8 minutes with this on. That's basically cap stable. Yuck. Where's a rapid repair? Okay. It's good. But here's the problem. EM and thermal. Yeah, that's why we need the multi-spectrum, because we need a bit of both of EM and thermal. And also, I like fitting multi-spectrums because if you get hopped on, if you get ganked, I'm not going to use... Yeah, I forgot the target painters. If we get hopped on and get ganked, people are going to not necessarily be using what the mobs are using. So that's why I like using that. Double of these is good. You can heal up very muchly. Yeah, you get another 20% from the rapid things here. So Odysseus combat, we are going to be doing that. So here's this fit. Goes out to 19 with range boosts. Okay. You're going to be using the tracking speed computer most of the time. And if you really need to, you can swap to Scorch and go out to 32, no problems. Here's the thing. You should just use this Sleipnir. And that's going to be what we say in this guide. This will be the first time I'm going to include these fits in the description. But I'm going to tell people, look, it's just the Sleipnir. Like, it's amazing how good the Sleipnir is comparatively. I'm going to give these 3 fits in the description. And I'm going to be like, look, here's an example of why this fit works if you have no competition. It's good. But you're going to lose the moment any ships jump on the site, and there's always competition, almost always. This fit is going to be better because you're going to fare better against the competition because you can instantly swap to Scorch. Lasers have instant swaps. So if something's far, you can swap to it, do damage, and once it's within range, swap back to Conflag and then keep doing damage. So this one's going to be better. The Sleipnir is just better because it is going to be able to do the combat sites well. The EM ammo is out to 27. You know, that's plenty. It's just the best battle cruiser for this site, for these events, for the combat sites. The best battle cruiser that is command ship. We're going to try Navy command ships for the alphas after this. The slot layouts makes it so good. Yeah, I actually agree. Okay, let's do this guide right now. After I go hit the head super fast. So everybody listen, the chair is in charge, okay? This chair is in charge. Make sure they behave. Listen, Loru chair, make sure they behave. They have to behave. Okay? Hey, be careful. You must behave. Excellent.
All right. Y'all behave? Huh? Y'all behave? You're misbehaving? Peace at last.
True. True life, champ. True life, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Loru chair gave me a dreadnought. I think it's entirely possible that that happens. All right. Everybody say, hi, YouTube. Everybody say, hi, YouTube. Well, it's not just battleships for the Winter Nexus. Battle cruisers, you can use them too. And this video is for Omegas, for the command battle cruisers, those Tech 2 giants. So if you want the best Eve guides, you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and Bob Enjoyer. They're flying around. We love to see it. And today, we're going to be showcasing the good old-fashioned battle cruisers. But let me just tell you, this is better with battleships. I can just tell you right now that you're going to have a better time if you're flying battleships. The range is better, the DPS is better, the tank is better. Go watch our Alpha and Omega battleship guides if that's the case. And I want to also give you these fits with an understanding that not all fits are created equal. So let's talk about a couple things you need in order for the Winter Nexus sites to work. You need anti-newt pressure. They're going to newt you out. You need to be able to do a decent amount of DPS. Let's call it above 800 DPS. You also need to be able to track the frigates. The frigates, and then transition to killing battleship, which is big boy. So there's a couple things you need. The web tracking computers, cat batteries. You're going to see a theme throughout all of these. The last thing is to be able to deal with the competition. And the competition is really what sets a lot of these fits apart comparatively to other stuff. Let's talk about the Astarte. Let's talk about this Tech 2 ship, this command ship, and why it's okay, why it's a good example of like a C tier ship for the Winter Nexus. So the Astarte can go do, and this fit will be in the description for you, it can do the Winter Nexus. It is allowed to do it. But because of the bad range on the blasters, you don't want to do railguns because then you can't track the frigates. You have the range of the battleship, but then you can't kill the frigates. The blasters are too close for when the battleship at the end spawns, and then you get DPS'd out by other people, because you can swap to null and you do 700 DPS, but any battleship worth its salt, like the Widow we featured the other day, a worm cannot do this. Do not do that. You will die. We are in chat right now as well. People are asking great questions. Do not, let me turn on Twitch chat so they can see. Worm is bad idea. Do not do that. It will literally get exploded. So you're going to lose. This ship can do the site, but will lose to other people. Okay, that's the problem. So I'll put this fit in the description for it, but there's really nothing else to say there. The Absolution's a little bit better. Absolutions is like a little bit better because of how lasers work. So you can be in conflag and be doing, and it's a solid amount of DPS, like 700. You can swap to optimal range, and you hit 700 something DPS out to 19. If something's super far, because lasers insta swap, you can swap to Scorch. It goes out to 37. Then, oh, hey, it's within range. Stop. Now go to conflag. You can just immediately swap and keep doing some DPS. It's a little bit better. It can do the site, but the moment there's another person on the site, you'll lose to a battleship or something bigger. Just because Marauders have been nerfed and can't easily access doesn't mean you're not going to be fighting Navy battleships. We had a great time doing those earlier this week. The premier battle cruiser is the Sleipnir. It just is. For Omegas especially. And let me tell you, these are the only 3 fits we're going to be including, because for the Empire, we're going to have other battle cruiser guides coming out. For the command ships, the Absolution's okay. The Damnation is just okay, because it gets bonuses to like armor hit points, and it's just all right. It's not going to really do great comparatively. The Caldari ships, the Nighthawk doesn't do its kinetic damage locked. So this site, you want to do EM damage. The Sleipnir does EM damage in spades. The Nighthawk does a ton of kinetic damage. Okay, so it's not going to be able to out DPS something. It'll do the site, but slow. The Vulture, similar problem to the Astarte, where you have the hybrid turrets. You got to be up close. It can do the site, but not well against other people. Galente ships, the EOS, bad. Don't do it. This site eats drones. I don't want y'all to take out an EOS and get eaten. So, not a good idea. The Astarte we just talked about. For the Mimitar, you can use a Claymore,
But if you can already fly command ships and Mimitar ships, you might as well use a Sleipnir. You have better damage profile, better speed. The layout is slightly better. It's just the better option when we did our testing today. It's the Sleipnir. There's a reason you've seen this ship getting used all over the place. Let's really dive deep into what makes this ship great. First of all, you're going to have a shield command burst with an energizing charge. You're going to look right here, chat. Oh, sorry, with a rapid repair charge? No, you're going to have an energizing charge. Let me make sure that's in there. Let me do this right. Editor, you can take this out. Shield harmonizing charge. Is that the right one? Yep. Okay, so you're going to use the shield command. This one, editor. You're going to use the shield command burst with the shield harmonizing charge because it increases your EHP. You want to stop the damage coming in first before you heal stuff. Now, if some of you have different skills, if some of you have different that, you can use the active shield charge, but typically it's the harmonizing charge is better. Okay. For the ammo, you are going to be using the Republic Fleet EMP ammo. It does EM damage. A lot of it. This is the best damage to do against these mobs. It is actually one of the main reasons why the Sleipnir is one of the best ships for these sites. We're going to include Hail in this fit. In case you get hopped on, Hail does more damage, but there's 0 EM, does mostly explosive. You're going to feel that. We're actually going to show you a match where I was using Hail and I was like, man, I don't feel like I'm doing a lot of damage to this. I swapped to EM, all of a sudden we're like, oh, we're breezing through it. It's less DPS, but does more against these mobs because of their resists. This is something that a lot of newer players are going to learn from the Winter Nexus sites. Excellent stuff. Festival Launcher, because some of you have quests to throw snowballs at NPCs. We're there for the reward track, so that works. A note, throwing a snowball at a player does not incur Concord. But make sure if you lock up a person, you don't accidentally use your guns on them. And then Concord shows up. Don't do that. It's a bad idea, okay? For the mids, I was a little bit suspect about the single cat battery in the mids, so I did put a capacitor control circuit in the rigs. If you're not having any cat problems and you're like not getting noodled out, that's fine. Go ahead and put another gun rig in there to do some more DPS. Right. Definitely be careful. I'm telling you, accidentally, right? If you're in low sec, have at it. Okay. So thank you for that. That's the Newt's pressure are large in the site. So make sure you have both of these just to be safe, just to be sure. While we're in the rigs, we have an EM thing there just to push us to 90%. They do a lot of EM damage. Very good stuff. Excellent job. Okay. An afterburner, you can make this a mono propellant if you don't want to spend the DPS here. Afterburners are not, or spend the money here. This monopropellant afterburners are the smallest amount of capacitor usage for the Tech 1 afterburners that still have good speed. Never ever use an afterburner 1. They're just bad. You're either going to use a they're objectively worse than both of these. Compact is easier to fit from these two perspective. Monopropellant is better capacitor use. Since neuting is the problem, you might as well use this. The sites are kind of small. You don't need like a very speedy afterburner to like go back and forth. We have this on there, but you know, you can do what you want. We have a blinged shield heal. Bling this, please. It's going to save your life. You can make sure to manage your heals well when we do this. And multi-spectrum shield hardeners, you can bling this too. Thing about these, it adds another 200 million ISK to your ship. So will you be able to survive? Yes. But look, chat, you just don't need it. A Tech 2 is plenty. Just stick with a Tech 2. It's all good. No problems. No worries. Black Ops fits are coming out literally in a day from this recording. So this Friday. Today is Thursday, so it'll be out Friday. Yes. Tracking computer over webs. I found I didn't need the web on this fit. A lot of our fits, you need the web for the frigates. The tracking is pretty high, and with the faction ammo plus the tracking computer, we're looking at 63 tracking. Anything above like 40 is going to be really great for these guys. This is plenty, I think. That plus the tracking enhancer in the lows. You can bling this one out if you want, but you get like an extra couple points. Not a very big deal. Web is a stuff of revelation. There it is, exactly. So it really is. I do enjoy this. We'll do a faction battlecruiser video right after this for the alphas, because the Omegas can fly this one, the alphas can fly the faction ones. So then we're all gas. Gyro stamps. You can... This single one is blinged. You can do a bunch of Tech 2s if you want. You know, you can even lessen the cost here. You'll be able to get through this. This doesn't look like it's a lot of DPS, but it is because of the fact that you're doing a ton of EM damage. Let's talk about the drones for just a sec. You're not calling out these drones unless you're on the battleship or you're fighting one of the frigates that you're having a tough time tracking. Okay, so
The drones on the battleship is just another way for you to guarantee you win the loot against the competition. It's 5 other things shooting it to get that last hit. That's the best way to do it. Okay, so you're going to have the correct shields in here. It's not going to be active shield. It's actually going to be the harmonizing charge. I'm going to fix that right now. Okay, just to make sure that we do that right. Bring hard shells because you don't need more damage. You need to be able to survive. That's a good idea. The MTU, we talked about this in our other Winter Nexus videos. MTUs are purely defensive for the Winter Nexus because how the site works, a lot of people have been loot stealing. You'll actually have shuttles that are going to warp onto your site and try to take the battleship loot. The MTU is there to suck up the loot, to just give another way for you to secure that battleship loot at the end of the site. The MTU, if you drop it close to the spawn in site, can also decloak people. Maybe you missed decloak people mid-warp. Maybe you missed them warping in from the acceleration gate and there's a cloaked Loki ready to pop you. Well, this could decloak that and have a good time with it. Okay, so synth blue pill is better heals. Synth drop is better tracking speed. Again, if you're having problems with tracking, that's that for you. And then some snowballs to hit some people. So what we're going to do for the Winter Nexus is we're going to give away a bunch of stuff. Now, typically I give away one of each of the fits that we're going to do, but this time, we're not going to give away one of each. We're going to give away 3 fully fit Sleipnirs. As you saw, I cannot recommend the other ones. They're okay if that's all you can fly, but the Sleipnir is just better. We're going to give away 3 fully fit Sleipnirs, as you saw. Here's how to enter in. The first thing you have to do is be subscribed to my YouTube. The bot's going to know. If you're not subbing, you'll be disqualified. The second thing you have to do is type in our YouTube comments, Sleipnir for me. Type Sleipnir for me in the comments. And the third thing you have to do is put your in-game name in that comment. I have to know who the heck to send the contract to. Sub, type the key phrase, and put your in-game name. That is the way to do it. Thanks for 41,000 subs on YouTube. Let's go show you how the Sleipnir acts in space right now. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the video. Who wants this Sleipnir? I'm going to give this one away right now. We had a hype train happen just now, and it only hit level 1. Do y'all want me to give a Sleipnir away right now? Type 1 in chat. Would you like me to give a Sleipnir away right now? Type 1 in chat. I can do it if you if you want. Okay. Okay, we hit level 1 hype train because I was filming. No problems. No worries, chat. Okay. If you have Twitch Primes, now's the time to drop them. If you have gifted subs, drop them as well. If you want to win this giveaway of a literal Sleipnir, we're going to give this fully fit Sleipnir away. I'm even going to give you the loot that was in my cargo hold because I don't need it. It's just a little bit of loot, you know what I'm saying? Can I link the fit in the Loru in-game channel? Yes. Yes. I will link it for you right now. Boom. There it is. We'll give this ship away, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, They Hot's coming in, gifting 20 subs to the community, mommy. Let's go, They Hot. They Hot says, hype train. I decide, They Hot, God bless you. 07 to you. Yeah, 07 for the 20 bomb coming in. My goodness, well done. Thanks for the 20 bomb. Let's give the Sleipnir away right now. Not required. Always appreciated, They Hot. You should change your name to I'm Hot, because you are. Good stuff. What's the in-game name, chat, for Loru? It's Loru Gaming. We make it real difficult to find. It's Loru Gaming. That's that. Sleipnir getting given away in just a moment, chat. Fully fit Sleipnir. If you want to enter in, first be following on Twitch or subbed on YouTube. Always the free stuff. Then be in my Discord. Do these 2 things, and you'll be eligible to enter in. Gary over on YouTube. I understand it's a little bit confusing. We are not going to do the giveaway right now that you just heard. We're going to do this giveaway. The one where it's like, do your in-game name, type the key phrase. That's for my editor for the future video. Okay, that's the future video. I know it's a little bit confusing for the live people, but I have to film it that way so my editor can include the giveaway. Okay, so let's give you a giveaway now. Anyway, let's do this. So I don't need, if you ever hear me say like, hey, do a key phrase, put it in the YouTube comments, you know, that's not how we do the live giveaways. It's like this. It's like this. So you left chat on for I know. I actually want chat on for the video. I turned it off for the Arc Raider stream. So I appreciate all the content. It's been helping me get back into the game. Nice. Love to see it. They Hot, hey, you can be a high sec player for years. It's no problem. Sharkly, give it just a second. Flescaray, it's not happening yet. Just give it a moment. Give it a moment. Let the YouTube people figure it out, chat. They'll figure it out. Okay. So last call, you've subbed on YouTube. You're following on Twitch. Here's
The last thing you have to do in my Discord, you gotta type, let's do it, chat. Let's do the thing. Let's do fit slip. How do you spell this freaking ship? Is it slip? I don't know. Type. The word is slep for me. Type slep for me as I've typed it one time, case sensitive, into my Discord. Type slep for me one time, case sensitive, into my Discord. Type slep for me as I typed it one time, case sensitive, into my Discord. Come on down, chat. We got a lot of people here, a lot of new people coming in. I expect some people are kind of confused by how we do the giveaways. It's really not that hard. Follow, type what I say into Discord. That's it. Follow, type what I say into Discord. That's right. Airlie, gotta be in Discord. Gotta be in Discord. Jerk Diggler, gotta be in Discord. Okay. Gotta be in Discord. Okay, chat, we'll just keep calling them out. It's fine. Gotta be in Discord. Gotta be in Discord. Right. I don't have Discord. Well, there you go. Too bad. Just come back from Eve after a break. So good to see Loru putting on the content. Happy to do it, Trojan. Trojan, it's good. It's good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back to New Eden. Yeah. Good to see ya. We're having a good time. I'm gonna keep doing it. Sleep for me. That's good. Sleep is something that while we're doing this giveaway, you have no idea the kind of words and what they mean to me. Okay. You have no idea. Oh, I don't speak that language. Sorry, guys. It's just English here. Okay. You have no idea the kind words that y'all are saying, how much they help. I have been grinding for like 2 or 3 months to really push. And when I tell you, I literally work from like 8 a.m. to like 11 p.m. at night. And that's not a hyperbole, like 5.5, 6 days a week. That's what all this is taking. That's all this takes my entire day. So if I look a little tired, if I sound a little tired, it's because I kind of am. And I'm really pushing to try to get y'all the best infotainment you can. How you can support is by doing exactly what you're doing. Enjoy the content. Be in streams when you can. Watch the videos that you want to watch when you want. I'm building this brand in such a way that viewer generosity is not going to be required for me to win. Instead, I'm just going to keep making incredible guides that y'all are really enjoying and just keep on going up and up. I wanted to hit 30,000 YouTube subs this year. We hit 41. We might hit 42. That's great. Ugh, I love it. So be well. I am trying. I'm really trying. So who's the best Eve streamer on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick? Option 1, Loru. Option 2, Loru. I'll tell you, Eveland, thank you for the kind words. But there's plenty, there isn't a best Eve streamer. There's plenty of other streamers that are worth their salt. We don't view bot here. We don't do any of that stuff. I can tell you that a lot of Eve streamers out there offer their unique takes, and we need them. We need them because it's not just me. A category has to be just that, a category. We need diversity. Okay, so Fam TV, you gotta be in Discord. Gotta read the on-screen prompts, my friend. Gotta read the on-screen. Ursk good people. Yeah. So spend a few streams with different corps around Eve. So we kind of did that with our wormhole videos, kind of. It's a good idea, Rogue. I like it. Oh, we are Rage. Rageal, I am trying. I'm getting a solid 6 hours, you know, so. That's right. I said what I said. Thank you, Eveland. Thank you. I very much appreciate that, Eveland. Thank you for that. Yes. Could you please share a fit for practical part of the event where a battleship appears, Praxis? We have a video, Christian, on our YouTube about the Praxis. So chat, we have a lot of questions in chat right now about the Winter Nexus, and give me a fit. I am not just going to give you a fit because there's some subtlety to a lot of this. If I just give you a fit, you're probably going to die because there's a way to fly them. There's a way to do it. Here is our Winter Nexus playlist. Go use this. In this playlist, this video of a Praxis from a year ago is still great. Still completely works. It's alpha friendly. Praxis, Proteus, the best ships for Winter Nexus. Here's a Stratios you can PvP in. This fit, people memed on it on the forums and said, oh, bad fit. I had a guy send me a kill mail every 2 days that he got in his Stratios that was this fit. He was like, hey, thanks for the, he was like, hey, thanks for the fit. I've gotten like 4 Loki kills. like, yeah, man, go out. Don't listen to the haters. Just get out there and play the game. Go bookmark this playlist. We got more guides coming out. We have 14 Winter Nexus videos scheduled this year. All of these still work, and we got 14 guides coming. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, chat. Okay. Hold. Why am I smaller? Here. Pause. Copy. Paste. Paste. Why am I smaller? There's 2 of me again. Ladies and gentlemen. There can only be one Loru boy. Okay, let's get rid of this. Sounds good. And lock it. Okay, because see how I want me to not move between the scenes. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Perfect. So I have a Loki, haven't really flown yet. There it is. Most of the adjustments I get from practice are rockets to missiles. These are very nice. Nice. How do you get a key to use the Chronos? It's on the market is the easiest way to do it. Jay Puckett is the easiest way to do it. We just had a contract get assigned to me, chat. Let's see what people are doing for me. What's this? Ayrton given 2 fit Typhoon fleet issues to the community. Wow. Wow. These were our favorite ships from yesterday. Ayrton, 2 fit Typhoon fleet issues. Let me update my bot. 3 winners. 3 winners now. A fully fit slep. Or 2 of you are going to get fully fit stuff. Well done. Big 07. Big 07. Well done, Ayrton. Thanks for it. That was our favorite ship yesterday. The Typhoon fleet did really good yesterday. I was very surprised how well the Widow did as well. We took out Black Ops ships yesterday into high sec. It was great. It was awesome. Going once. I can't type. It's fine. Going twice. Last call. Last call. Let's do sold chant. 3 winners. 3 winners. A fit slep. A fit slep. Okay. Typhoon and 2 fit Typhoon fleet issues. Ayrton, your consistent generosity has been noticed. And I want to thank you personally. That I firmly believe that how God coded the universe is it is better to give than to receive. And I firmly believe that God rewards generosity as long as you don't be generous to get stuff. Does that make sense? You know, like if somebody goes, I will give this money so that I get money back. Like your intentions are clear. But you, Ayrton, you got a good heart. You just keep giving stuff to the community. We're giving it away for free. You're helping a ton with all the hype. Thank you, Ayrton. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. We got a lot of gifters in chat who gave 20 subs earlier today too. They hot. You as well. Same deal. 070, a 20 bomb. Big stuff. Thank you for that. Thank you. Helps the stream a ton. A ton. Okay. Here we go, chat. All right, the winners of those giveaways. Here we go. Chicky Pants, Bosho, and Jay Ladamas. Jay Ladams. I can't pronounce your name. Jay Lad. Good to say ya. Well done. I'm not going to yell, chat, because we are doing it. Also to Blackheart with the consistent generosity, of course. Green, it's good to see you on Kick. Jay and Lusa, how we doing, chat? Good to see it. We'll give your stuff after everybody. If you won items, DM me your Eve in-game name. Okay, if you've won items, DM me your Eve in-game name. If I already have it, you're good. Do nothing. Do nothing. Okay? Good stuff, chat. Good stuff. Let me look at my notes. Let me look at my notes. Okay, so it took a while actually to do that first one because we were testing. But now I do believe we know exactly what we're going to be doing for alphas. And it's the Navy Hurricane. You know, we don't have to do anything else. So here's what we're going to do. Let's just do a quick little check. Same problem. Okay. Same problem. Same problem as the Nighthawk. Command burst, damage. No kinetic, but it's still going to have lower damage. Okay. Mimitar eating, true. Harbinger, prophecy, drone ship, can't do it. Okay. It really is the Hurricane fleet issue. So how I like to do my videos is I like to do buckets by ship type. And when we did the Crimson Harvest, it was very popular
because we did one fit for each race. We did like the empires, and then we did pirates, and then we did like the special ships. Like we're gonna do the Ickies and the Edencom ships another day, right? We're gonna do them, and then we do the same in low sec and PvP fits, you know. So there's a lot of, we'll have to see. The Cyclone last year worked well. I think both of these are gonna be. Let's try the Cyclone, shall we? Let's try the Cyclone fleet. Let's see if this one does it, because I have a sneaking suspicion that it's just gonna be Minmatar ships this year. I really, really think that that's how it's gonna be. Good old-fashioned Win-Matar coming in. Susie Toteg coming in.
Twitch primed out of your mind. Good to see you.
Welcome in all the new follows today, chat. A lot of new follows coming in today. Good to have you. Good to see you. Were we featured? Crash is doing it. We have sometimes we're featured on that front page. It's very fun. Very entertaining. Let's do, what is it called? How's it called? Cyclone? Cyclone fleet. Give me this. Psych. Fleet. Ooh, see it. Is it a Harbinger, Shimage, or Hurricane? We'll see. No, sure. This looks more PvE oriented. Let's see if we can make a Cyclone fleet issue. Okay. Don't need tractor beam. Don't need damage control. That's good. Possible. Don't need skirmish. We got hams. Let's see the Mjolnir. 800 DPS is pretty good. Just remember what we were doing before. That's plenty. Can use one command burst. Are we shields? Yeah, because we're Minmatar, right? Can use, oh, you don't get a bonus to command bursts. Gotcha. We can use any command burst module, but it's a shield focused ship. So let's do a shield command burst, chat. This one could work because of the heavy EM damage. This one could definitely work because it's heavy EM damage. Is your in-game chat. We typically use our Loru Gaming in-game chat, but if you want my fits, do exclamation point fits. And when the videos come out, that's where we put them. Exclamation point fits in chat. That's where we do the goodies. Okay, so let's get rid of all of this. Except for the good stuff. Excellent. Okay. Missile precision is going to be good for hams. That's actually necessary for hams. What's the range on this? 24 is pretty good on the range. This looks like a real good fit right here. We got a Pith B-type. Yeah, I'm like, ooh, it's got a Battleship Afterburner. No, we can get rid of that one. We can fit a lot more stuff here. Let's put a medium Afterburner on this bad boy. Because remember, Afterburners on the Winter Nexus are pretty tertiary. You don't need them to be big blinged things, okay? Public Fleet is good. Let's get a single guidance in the lows. Because hams are a tough application to... Look at that. Now it's at the 26. Nice. They really do have it coming in. It really is it. And then can we fit a festival launcher in the highs? This will be... Oh, we have to alpha-ify this. This is for alphas. Pause. Pause. We have to make sure everything is for alphas. Because we're doing this for alphas. Good. 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 We're looking to see if there's an omega symbol here. Good. There it is. Shield command burst. What about tech ones? Still alpha. Okay, so can't use command burst. Vigilance are still... Okay, so no command burst for alphas. Got it. Got it. Makes sense. Let's do... What else can alphas fit that we can put in highs? What else can alphas fit that we can put in highs, chat? This would be a really good... This would be a really good one. A NOS? NOS actually might be it. Combat probes? Ooh, a scanner is actually a great idea. I'm going to do a scanner, chat. I'm going to do a scanner. That's that. Okay, let's do a Tech 1 scanner. And then give me... Because I don't want this to be too expensive. And then we'll throw some stuff in here. Okay, good. Yo, this unironically... We got the festival launcher. This unironically is a better fit than some of the command ships we were just doing. What the heck? What the heck? Let's put some snowballs in there. Okay, so here's kind of what you're doing. All right, and let's switch. Let's get some faction... Caldari, Navy, Mjolnir, heavy assault missiles. That's what we want. Navy, yep. So let's do 5,000 and give me, that's good. Are these Omega? No. Are these guns Omega? No. Okay, so good. So this is an alpha friendly thing. They can, see? Tech 2 heavy assault missiles. Now, let's make this even more alpha friendly though. Ready? Ready, chat? Let's make this even more alpha friendly. They can use Tech 2 hams. Are you ready, chat? Let's do Tech 1 missile launchers. Let's make it even more alpha friendly and get rid of that. We're still doing, this looks like 650 DPS, but it's more because we're doing EM damage. This will still do fine. This will still do fine. Plenty. So here's my methodology with this fit, chat. We can't, this is an alpha friendly fit, okay? We want the scanner because this is actually a really good thing if you can't do command burst, fit a scanner because you can scan down the hacking sites and then you can have a frigate in the same system or a similar system and get into your scanner hacker. Okay. Arbalest are best T1 name launchers. Arbalest, huh? Why? Let's see. Let's see. Why though? I want to know why. Let's shift, right click, remove. We can remove them all at once. Arbalest. Capacity, cost, CPU usage is mid. Rate of fire is the lowest. You want low rate of fire or high rate of fire? Highest DPS modification. Here's the prototype ones. Prototype we're using has the lowest one. Oh no, we want the limited, we want the rate of fire to be the highest. Is it the tech ones? Rate of fire lowest is this one, the prototype arbalest. That's what we have. Okay, we're good. Wait, I accidentally picked the right one. The prototype arbalest has the lowest rate of fire. That's what we want as the highest DPS thing. Good, good. Yeah, for sure. I was thinking it was called a prototype. It's the prototype arbalest. We were saying the same thing. Chat. And look, meta level 4 is another good way to use that. For sure. Okay. This is a good fit. It's a good fit. We got it's only 400 million-esque. Some of you are going to eat with this fit. Some of you are going to take, oh, what about this? Omegas? Yep, can't use Vespas. We're going to do, we're going to use the, we can only bring 50. I'm going to get, here's what I'm going to do for alphas. I'm going to bring hobgoblins, 5 of them. These are alpha friendly. I'm going to bring the light drones because whenever I fit omegas, my methodology is I always do a little bit blinged because I assume some competence because people are omega. When they're alphas, I assume they're newer players. So I like to give them some easy outs. So we're going to give light drones here that can attack the frigates a little bit better. And I think we need to try to fit a web, but we can't. Cat batteries there. Ooh, the hydraulic thrusters are damage. Missile velocity. No, we don't want those. We'll keep the capacitor control circuit in there. We'll keep the EM in there. That's fine. We need something else in the rigs to help with stuff. Web drones are not for alphas. It's a great question. Web drones are not for alphas. Let's put a DPS one in there. Anything affect our DPS in here? Don't think so. We can't fit anything else. Let's put a tech one. And then do we have anything in the tech? So this one, yeah, this is a loading bay accelerator. You want rate of fire because that's how you win the DPS race. And this is rate of fire. Perfect. Okay. We got a rank 1 capacitor control circuit. Tech 2 EM resist. That's pretty good. Pretty good. No damage control. Damage control bad. Damage control bad. Not good for the ship. Not good for the ship. So, okay. Yeah, flare or rigger. Yeah, well, I like the medium loading bay because rate of fire against the battleship, you want to hit it quicker. This is good. This is a better fit than the other ones we had. Gotta tell you. It just is. Snowballs, probes. Let's put 10 of these just because they'll lose some drones. Okay. Alphas can use web drones, but not any other combat related drones. Alphas can use web drones? You know, are you sure? I don't think so. Also, web drones suck. Oh my God, they can. But they're kind of terrible though. You know what I mean? Any NPCs warp away, not exactly heartbreak. You know, Racken, I didn't know this. I'm gifting you a sub. I did not know that. You taught me something today. I'm gifting you a sub. I didn't know this. You get a sub for me, Racken. Thank you. I learned. There's always something more to learn in EVE Online. I didn't know web drones were alpha friendly. Type 1 if you didn't know that. I'm typing 1. I didn't know. Web drones are alpha friendly. I had no idea. So, they're alpha friendly, huh? Oh, really? My God, is this scuffed? I'm doing it. I'm actually doing this. I've actually never looked at these. Each one is minus 5% in velocity. So if you have 5 out, it's going to web down one thing. The question is it better to web down a thing or is it better to have light drones? It's better to have light drones. In this case. It's better to have light drones in this case because you want to kill the thing. The light drones are going to kill it. So, alphas are capped at 5 million skill points. It's one of the reasons why I try not to include Tech 2 stuff. They're not great. Yeah. They're just not great. Not a good idea. This fit's fantastic. Gotta tell you, this fit is absolutely great. Let's do a synth. I believe the crash is explosion radius. Synth crash is explosion radius. Yep, synth crash for that. This is alpha friendly. Let's do a hard shell. Okay, let's get a rank 1 hard shell in there. That should be enough from that perspective. We'll also include, I always like to include both just in case. Looks good, and then they can put an MTU in there if they want. This is a really good looking fit. Gotta tell you. Winter Nexus Alpha High Sec Sight Runner. This works. Win Matar. Win Matar, dude. Paste. Yeah, for sure. Paste. Yeah. I always forget the paste. It really is Win Matar, huh? I tell you. Okay. Looks good. God, I hate this. I have over 500 fittings here saved. You guys know that? It's crazy. Get rid of this. Okay. We got a Cyclone fleet. That one was good. It's time. And here's the best part about fitting the other fit. Okay. Here's our Sleipnir fit. We're just going to take this and extrapolate it down a tech level for alphas. I love doing this live because y'all can see exactly how we do the stuff. So 425 meter autocannon variations. Show me the, I believe it's the Scout one is the one that's like below it. Let's go check. Eyes, no drones, remaining resources. Let's see. Guns. Don't need lasers. Projectiles, autocannons. It's the, there's the prototype. Is that the ones we got? Scout autocannon. Let's see about it. Alphas cannot use EC300 drones, chat. Correct. Alphas cannot use EC300s. The rate of fire, it's this guy, the Scout autocannon. Good. Okay, that's the one we want. Scout autocannon is the one we want. Excellent. Let's put a festival launcher on there. Let's get the same shield booster. Let's get a cat battery. Let's get an afterburner. Let's get a, you can't use a tracking computer. Look at that, y'all. No tracking computer is big deal. Big deal. Actually, a large thing that is. We might need the double in the lows. And then let's put the EM ammo here. Boop. What's our tracking like? Tracking is 75. I think that's fine. Plenty fine. With the double guidance, the double tracking computer in the lows. They can't do a meta tracking computer? No, they can. No, there's not enough slots is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Why is there a micro orb drive? Oh, because loot. Yeah. Let's do EM. Let's do capacitor for sure. And then I might do another EM in there or something. No, we need damage. So let's do the same thing that we did last time. Let's do a Tech 1 capacitor control circuit. Let's come down to this. Projectile weapons and show me DPS increase. Burst aerator is DPS increase. Boom. We're up to... Now, it looks like it's only 500 DPS. But remember... This is EM damage, so you're really doing something like 700. So, we also... Oh my god, we have missile launchers. You know? Oh, I didn't drop in the rig. Yeah, first aerator. It don't fit. Oh, that was one of those bugs where it's actually there, but it's not showing it. We can do missile launchers. We can do missile launchers. Get rid of the festival launcher. Is it ham time, chat? Is it time to just do the same thing you just did? Oh, baby, look at this. You ever think God stays in heaven because he's afraid of what he's created? What have we done? What have we done? It's hilarious. Oh, man. You can DM me on Discord, my friends. You can DM me on Discord. I have a lot of DMs, so your patience is appreciated. Okay. I tell you. Sometimes it do be like that, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes it do be like that. Amazing stuff. Let's get a paste in here. Looks real good. Hey, do y'all like me doing this stuff live? Do y'all enjoy me seeing the fits, seeing how to do it? We get to have this communal talks. Type 1 in chat if y'all like this, like communal fitting stuff. I really like this. Let me know if y'all like this. This is a alpha friendly Hurricane Fleet issue battlecruiser. Y'all like this? Okay, I think y'all are. We got some newer people in chat, and they're learning a lot, I think, from doing how these work. Okay, so these are all Tech 2s. I'm just checking to see if everything's alpha friendly. Pretty sure everything is. Okay, good. All right. So we're doing like 700 DPS. And you might say, Loru, why don't you do 3 missiles? Because we're all gas, no break on the damage. So this is an alpha friendly Hurricane Fleet issue. You can tech to it if you want. Here's my methodology with these. I make alpha friendly fits. I assume Omegas know how to tech this up. I assume a level of competence with Omegas. We make the Sleipnir for the Omegas. We make the Hurricane Fleet issue for the Alphas. Okay? So, my biggest issue is not understanding the why behind the fits, so this helps. Let me make a quick little thing on this. How to find out why certain modules are better is 2 things. It's what the ship is good at and what the site you're going to is for. So the ship is good at and the site is for are both equally important because this ship is good at medium projectiles, command burst. Oh, I can fit a command burst, but it's not alpha friendly, never mind. And optimal range, whatever. So I could buffer fit this. I could put stacking shield and no DPS in the lows. I could passive tank this ship, but it would die. So you don't just want to do what's possible. You want to do what actually can do the site. So I'm good, Tyga. I have so many, you know, so we do have low EM resist. We have a Tech 2 EM here. We need the cap battery. We need the afterburner. Oh, this can be monopropellant. We don't need that to be expensive. This is 300 million-esque. You could go out and you could do this with this. You really could. You really could. So, right. See the fire resist. Yeah. Look at this ship as bad thermal resistance. So we're gonna actually kind of struggle against something with thermal. So maybe this is only giving me 5 more DPS. So because of that, guess what? Here we go. Boom. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. That mod only gave me 5 more DPS. Now, can we tech 2 this as well? Because we're going to need it. Look at that. Look at that. So we dropped the rig, giving us 5 DPS. Who cares? To try to close the thermal hole in our shield, which gave us more space also to fit a better capacitor rig. This is a more well-rounded ship for the site we're going into. Okay? All right. Okay. It really is Win Matar for the Winter Nexus. Okay. Here's this. Let's save this guy. This isn't Winter Nexus Alpha. Winter Nexus Alpha High Sec Site Runner. Okay. We're going to take out... I have a Sleipnir equipped. We're going to take out this guy. Let's take out Cyclone. We took out the Sleipnir last time. Let's buy one of these and see how this feels. Because this is the one I have a question about. Curious on EHP and damage control. No, I don't like the damage control there because our win condition is killing the mobs, and it's a DPS race at the end. Damage control is one of those modules that people like to fit if there's nothing, if they don't understand what the site is for. A damage control there wouldn't be bad, but it would be suboptimal for what you need to do, and you need to win the DPS race. So you need more damage. That's what that's for. Okay, all right, this is good. Boop. Yes. Let's fit the ship. Okay. All right. Let's get us into a cyclone, baby. Let's go test this puppy. Shall we? We saw the Sleipnir. Let's see how the cyclone looks, huh? Cyclone fleet. This is the first time I flew this on stream. No, it is not. I have done a sci-fi before. Do love the look of the sci-fi. It's got this like, it looks like the Raptor from versus Red Force. What better to go into the Winter Nexus sites with than the American one? America! Yeah! We have to do that. Can we link it in the game? Yes, yes. Give me a moment. We will do that. We will do that. Let me undock here just a sec. We just set that desto. Insta warp it off. Make sure we're good to go here. Give me a quick sec. Put my stuff where I like it. Okay, looking nice. Let's get the heck out of Dodge. Look at this ship, huh? Armed to the T, ready to go. Got some spinny bits we can turn on. Let's do both of these, our spinny bits. Put that here. Yeah, sure. Maybe this one is up here because it's like our web. Yeah, sure. That's fine. I like to kind of methodology. I'm an old school MMO player. World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 1. I like my buttons to be in the same place cross ship. So my spinny bit tank modules are always in this button. My web, or this is the same thing as a web, I like to put right there. So I always do that. No, we're not using web drones. No. Do not think the web drones are a good idea. Do not think the web drones are a good idea. They're just gonna, for this site. Okay, for this site. They're just gonna die. They're just gonna die. That's all it is. That's it. Are people buying boosters for the new event site? Yeah. The new event boosters are great, and you should definitely use them. I don't like to include them in my fits because I find that they expire, and then I have to go back and I have to edit the fits. It's a whole thing, and it's whatever. Gigabyte, thanks for being Twitch
primed out of your mind. Yeah.
Good to say ya. Excellent job. So, the Dilophosaurus. Yeah. The Adilo. There was an old school RTS that was Jurassic Park focused. I played that a ton as a kid. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? You know, I forgot the MTU, but I don't really think we need one. It's all right. We're doing fine. Is that a Marshall, bruv? What's up, dude? My man's in a Marshall in high sec. Just big chillin'. New Eve radio. Let me click on this. Our bot destroys links. One sec. So. Oh, we don't do links in chat here, dude, especially to random videos with 2 views. Okay, so I did play that RTS. I know it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You could like get eggs from raptors and like raise raptors. So, you know, so you can post it to Discord, Lincoln. It's on, we have a listen section in Discord. That way you can, if you like a song, you can post it there, you know? So we like to protect the stream and no links because. All right, now we're going to Winter Nexus. And we are going to check it out with the Cyclone Fleet issue. We successfully did the Sleipnir, and what an interesting day. Basically every single battleship was able to do the Winter Nexus that we did, minus the Dominix, right? Like even the Megathron had the range for the Winter Nexus sites. But when you started doing battle cruisers, the range all of a sudden is so close to you with the higher DPS modules that it ended up being so tough. You couldn't use the Astarte, couldn't use the Brutix, you know, and just use railguns. Nah, not a good idea. I can't afford these fits, so I'm treading into the cycle. Nice. So today we're doing the battle cruisers. Tomorrow I kind of wanted to do T3 cruisers today, but we're not gonna have time for it. I think I think. We have a Proteus fit that works. I'm going to go take out the Loki tomorrow. I'm thinking the Loki is going to be very good for the Winter Nexus. I really think it's going to be. So we're going to do a Garmer another day. Garmer's going to be another day, baby. Okay, and Polarized fits. God, that's got to be another day. We don't have command burst on this because this is an alpha friendly ship and alphas cannot fit command bursts. So on our Omega fits on the Sleipnir, we did have command bursts. Okay, so. And hey, chat, since you're watching us now, the best alpha fit we've seen is the Typhoon fleet issue. This was the one we had the most fun with yesterday. I loved this ship so much. It does alpha friendly ship. It does 1,000 DPS. You're not getting nuded out. The grapple is awesome. The double heals, you're not going to die to the mobs. And it looks great. It feels great. I actually had the wrong ammo in here. I had thermal. We're going to do even more with EM. Do even more with EM. Could we do Orthrus for the lads? I don't know. It's a good question. Orthrus for the lads. I'm unsure. All right. We're going into a site. Let's get our spinny bits going. Load this up. Here we go, champ. Now, our range is out to 27 with this. So we're pretty good. So we're going to keep the missile precision script on. You're going to see me using the drones a little bit more, I think. Okay. Okay, better Orthrus has other uses. Yeah. What do you define the lads? When we say lads, just so I completely understand, are we talking about finding those, like, the ships in high sec that are randomly spawning that might have loot in them? Or the haulers that are kind of warping around? Is that what we're talking about, chat? There's a Loki in this site. Oh, this is good. I actually want this. I want to see if we can out DPS a Loki. This is actually good. What's dude? What's up, Mr. Loki? We got a Sancha halabah. Good stuff. Let's start poking this man's. Let's head it this way. Another couple White Storm bases just spawned. Let's throw a single volley out at this nerd. That's all we're gonna need. Boom, boom. Let's turn the afterburner on. The boss typically spawns like over here. Let's kind of go this way. Get around this rock. Okay, let's see about it. Got a ton of White Storm spites just spawned here. That's great. We can really test this Cyclone out. Let's see if we can out DPS a Loki. Okay, here comes the battley ship. Good, look at us, chat. I'm really doing it. Let's orbit this guy. Drones are coming out. Heat is up. This is on. Do it. Hit him. Everything on him. Orbit him at like 10. So you don't need to, you want to orbit him kind of close. So at like 5, not because it helps your missiles do damage, but because it'll help them to hit him faster. This is a DPS race. And the last hit is important. So you want to make sure that you can just hit him faster. You might as well orbit him kind of close. He's not hitting me. He's hitting the Loki. There's 2 Lokis on grid. Pog. Let's see if we get the loot here. Did we get it? We did not get the loot there. The Lokis took it. This is an alpha friendly thing, chat. That happens sometimes. GFs and local. We align out. That's okay, chat. We're going to miss some of these. Let's align out to this guy. Let's warp it. They're going to do more DPS to us because they're in a better ship. That's how that goes. So let's repair our modules. Okay. Good warping. Yeah. We had a good amount of damage there. Good amount of stuff. But we were unable to out DPS the double Loki. Okay. Alphas are going to have the problem of anybody that's flying an Omega ship is probably going to be doing more DPS to them. Probably. And that's okay. Stagger your modules. Yo, big tip from Rakin. Actually huge tip. Are y'all ready for this next? You're watching the stream, so you get the goodies. This is how you should be doing it. Okay? This is how you should be doing it. Like, actually. What we're doing here is we're going to go in and you do 1, 2, 3, 4, right, like in Crimson Harvest. Because it's all about the last hit. Against these mobs, it's kind of annoying. But that's fine. Let's just kind of move this way. Here we go, chat. This would be a good test of our tank. Let's hit the cruisers first. And then we're going to hit the guy that scrams us and warps us. Let's turn our afterburner on. Okay, all the spinny bits are on. Good. Turn on everything. Oh, please stop. Stop heating. My goodness. Do not just use heat damage there. Okay. All right, let's hit these cruisers. This will be a good test to tank. You want to stagger your modules on the battleship. Right now, it doesn't really matter. So, all right, we're not getting webbed. We're kind of sort of far away from these guys. I'm going to turn off the afterburner. I don't want to lose range. We have an Astarte coming in. Chad, imagine I badmouth the Astarte like all day, and it comes in and it actually stops me from doing what I'm trying to do. Are you kidding me? It's the best. It's about the last hit. It's about, I thought it was who does the most damage. There's a lot of different consensus in the EVE community about which is the right one. And you know, to this day, I actually can't get a right answer. I can't get a right answer. It's just, you know. So we hit the cruisers first because and the battle cruisers because they do the most DPS. We can out-tank this. This is going well from a tanking standpoint. Let's head this way, Joe. Let's turn our afterburner on because they're kind of close to me now. Astarte is locking me. Astarte is locking me. That's horrifying. Okay. Let's see what this Astarte does. Is the Astarte about to shoot me, chat? I am being yellow boxed by this person. Is Amy about to make a very big mistake in high sec? Is this person named Amy about to make a very big mistake in high sec? Now we have frigates, so let's pull out our drones to hit this guy. Amy might be yellow boxing me because of these snowballs. That's entirely possible. What's happening? So I'm just watching my yellow box here because that is quite a spicy meatball. Let's reload this. Let's get ready. Okay, get ready for this. Everything's off. Excellent job. Excellent job. Okay. Get ready, chat. Let's see if we can out DPS and Astarte. They're back there. If they get a bad warp in on the battleship, then we win. That's it. So snowballs, probably. Baiting you to aggress is actually correct. Man, this thing got close to her. I'm furious about that. Furious about that. Let's call out the drones and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me hit 3 again. And let's also heat this. Give her the proper respect. The proper respect. And let's orbit. And look, she's got like a micro warp drive or something. Maybe that's what we need to do with the Astarte is we get a micro warp drive. But you know, a lot of the mobs warp scram you. So we're probably getting out DPS'd by this Astarte right now because they got really close to the mob very fast, and they're gonna do. Yeah, look, with blasters and micro warp drive, chat. Maybe that's it. I love this because maybe this is why I'm wrong. You know. Now look, Amy here is absolutely scared of me taking stuff. What the heck? That's crazy. Chat, they out DPS me. Look at that. So an Astarte with a micro warp drive, huh? So you can still hit the frigates. You can get close to the battleship. Gotta tell you, that might be it. It's clearly working for Amy there. Clearly working for Amy there. You don't need necessarily all the stuff's coming at you anyway. Here's the Astarte slept near Vindy. Chat, we're gonna skip this site. Is that okay? Is that all right? We're gonna skip this one. Is that okay? We're not gonna do the one with the Vindy. Talk about dying. Gonna absolutely die to that one. Sheesh. Let's do cold gas. What do we think about this? The Astarte with the micro warp drive. That Astarte out DPS'd me. We just said it was a bad ship because with the afterburner, it is. You can't get the range. But you know, if you have the micro warp drive, you can get really close to the boss. I think this works. On any ship that has bad range, you just can fit the micro warp drive, and then you can get nice and close to him. We got a golem. Hey chat, we're gonna go to the next site. Is that okay? Is that all right? We're gonna go to the next area because I have a golem on our area here. I think we're gonna leave. Is that okay? Is that all right with you? So, I've heard that for this one. It's the last hit. I'm gonna find out today when I start playing. Okay. Snowball them. Yeah. Yeah. So when I like to make my fits for YouTube, I like to make them with a lot of range because we get a lot of newer players that are trying to do. And I really like the idea of having the Astarte with the micro warp drive because you can use the void ammo and just get really close to him. He won, or she won, I don't know, whatever, because she got really close to the enemy and then did a bunch of damage. That's it. Absolutely beat me. So definitely, I love that no matter what happens at Eve, there's multiple ways to slice the pie. Really is always infinite ways, always more to learn in Eve. We have some reds in local, so I'm just gonna keep moving. Okay. Whenever you come to an area that has like 5 combat sites and there's reds in local, that's why. They're there to take you out. So Arvertila does the sites, good alpha boat, similar price, nice. We'll cover faction pirate ships in another video. A different video. I'm gonna crack some in the next first pack, get out Jitta. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. We can slice a piece of pie from the middle. What we're gonna do this week was all about high sec sites. Next week, we're gonna be taking out our ships into dangerous areas of space. I wanna take out Black Ops ships into null sec and low sec and do Winter Nexus content. Sounds fun, right? MG also lets you loot really easily. Yeah, I think that is much better with the Astarte. Yeah. And tell you what, I'll include that when we do the, when we do those. I might do that actually. So the Vulture, chat, the Vulture, we might actually have to make those fits now. Man, gonna have to do that. All right, let's go to the forward base. Just pick one. Spinny bits being turned on. This fit can do the site. We out-tanked things. We are able to DPS the mobs down. We're able to hit the frigates, no problem, no worries. With all alpha fits, you are going to run into issues with competition, where people do more DPS than you. Any Tech 2 ship, any Tech 3 ship is going to really, you're going to struggle to out-DPS them. We have a Cyclone coming in here. Cyclone is just a basic battle cruiser. Let's see if we can out-DPS the Tech 1 version of us. That sounds good to me, actually. We just had a White Storm forward base immediately spawn. Let's go in. Let's head in. We can tank it with this. Let's see about it. Let's see about it. Gonna be good. Gonna be good. What's the question in chat? What the heck? Just use a cookie dead cutter dead center. Don't do that. Chat, is a hot dog a sandwich? You know? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Or is it a taco? Is a taco a sandwich? I don't know if is the boss here? The heck is this Cyclone? Over there. Is that the Bob? That is the boss. Okay, so that's a large. Let's warp to the next one. Let's warp to the next one. That is the boss. That's a large. Cereal is just soup. There it is. There it is. Is there a black person here? Came to check. Just crunching the numbers. Yeah. I love Chip. I love Chip. He's the best. Taco is 1 bread. Sandwich is 2 breads. Yeah. A hot dog is just a taco. Yes. Because this is a good point. A sandwich is 2 breads. And there's a gap in between the 2 breads. But a taco is 1 bread. So a hot dog is not a sandwich. It's just a taco. Okay, a hot dog is a taco. And then you load up. A hot dog has a lot of fillings inside of it. Like relish and mustard and ketchup. Brazilians, my wife's Brazilian. She puts like chips in. They put like little slivers of chips in their hot dog. It's weird. it's good, but it gives it like a crunch, you know? So hydrate time. Let's do it. Battle cruiser time, chat. Let's do it. I'm going to get these out for the final thing. Is that okay, chat? I'm going to go. Let's go this way. Let's lock up the battle cruiser first. Battle cruiser going to be a lot of damage coming in. Let's hit the battle cruiser first, and then we are going to hit the numbing dude first. You want to hit the E-War guy first. The numbing one is going to... Ooh, I'm getting damped too, it looks like. Oh, I can only hit 3 targets. Fine. These guys also scram me, so let's get rid of this one, and let's hit the numbing dude. Let's turn on my actual heal. That might help if we're actually healing. This guy is nuding and scramming me, so let's just start there. You don't want to ignore the ones that scram you, because if you get hopped on by gankers, then you can take them out. So... We're 18 km off of this guy. Is he moving away from us? He's kind of holding right there. We're going to turn off our afterburner here. We're going down a little bit, but once the battle cruiser dies, he will not be a problem anymore. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Yeah. And then you can also call out your drones really quickly and just press F. Watch the yellow boxing. Watch, and boom, there it is. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Look, the drone started taking damage. That's what I'm talking about. Now, if you're having problems taking damage, you can call out your drones very quickly like that, and they'll stop damaging you for a sec. Excuse me, chat. And then they will hit the drones instead. So really good application onto the frigates, even with our heavy assault missiles. Very good because of the missile precision thingy. Down to 3 frigates. I like calling out the drones when there's just a couple frigates left because it does help with the application. You can do some quick, easy damage to them. Let's hit this guy. And I'm going to look right here when there's yellow boxing. Where's the yellow boxing? 1,000, 1,000. All right, good. So if they don't yellow box the drones, it's just free kills for us because, man, the drones they just kill these things. Look at that. Look at that. The drones rip through these because of the good tracking. Absolutely rip through them. Very good stuff. We got a yellow and local. We got to pay attention to the stuff. Can we make the reward tracks auto fulfill, please? CCP Games. Can we make the reward tracks auto fulfill? It is kind of crazy to me that I have to click a button in 2025 to be able to do this. Now, nobody's showing up here. Let's see if we can just kill this battleship as is. So, you need to worship the sun god to lower the drone aggro. That was my problem, chat. I didn't worship the sun god. That's it. That's it. Here he comes. I want to see my little boy. I don't know why I thought of that vine after so many years. All right, we do call out the drones against the battleship. We do. You can overheat your shield heals here. We're going to orbit this guy at like 10. Sure, just orbit him. He scrams you anyway. You might as well. And we don't need to heat anything because there's no competition. There's nobody stopping us. So this ship can do the site confirmed. It does take a little bit longer than other ships because it is alpha friendly. You're not going to do as much DPS stuff. You start orbiting him at 10, he's going to start missing you. He's going to start doing glancing hits, you know, glancing off hits, not fully penetrating. Pause, yo. The drones, you want to keep an eye on his box right here to make sure he's not yellow boxing your drones. He will destroy your drones.
Don't make me destroy you.
He's going to do it. So we can do these sites with this ships, but because the Omegas are going to be able to do more DPS, you're going to have problems with those from a competition standpoint. The Winter Nexus for Alphas looks like it is Win-Matar. Yes, Min-Matar supremacy confirmed. Absolutely. Absolutely. But the battleships don't normally aggro the drones. I have had these battleships. I have had them. I see them yellow boxing me. I look and I have 3 drones left out of 5. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I guess that's that. Now look, we are down to half shields. This is where I haven't even popped my hard shell. I haven't even popped my crash booster. So if I really wanted to, if you're really in trouble, you can pop these. This is for the frigates. This is for the battleship. If you're really in trouble, you can pop those. Half is still fine. Still fine. And I haven't overheated anything. I wanted to showcase this fit to you as it is on purpose. That way y'all can see that this fit can in fact do the high sec sites. There it is. Let's see what kind of loot we got out of these. We're really doing this for the reward tracks. If we can all be honest, let's pull back the drones. Let's go use our afterburner to get nice and close to this. Once we're full on health, we will turn off our shield. Good stuff. Kaboom! Kaboom. Ladies and gentlemen, these alpha-friendly fits will be in the description for you. It takes 2 clicks, totally free. You can go get them easy peasily. Let's see if my streamer client did, in fact, help me out today, chat. Let's see. Did we get anything good? Yeah, we can listen to the radio. I love the radio. This is good. We're going to use these. Next week, we're going to be going into low sec with these fits, with alpha and omega fits to see how dangerous you can get in low sec and null sec. So make sure you sub for those. Check right here for the Winter Nexus playlist. We got omega, alpha, battleships, battle cruisers, T3 cruisers coming as well. And sub right here for the best Eve guides. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much. All right, chat. That's that video completed. Good stuff. Let's head back to Jeddah. We will do this. We will finish out this video and then we're going to do it. So only 7 million loot. Yeah, the loot in high sec kind of blows this year. Like these are worth like $1 million a piece. The loot in high sec has been terrible this year. I don't know what they're doing. The reward track. I think what they've done is they've made the loot in high sec pretty bad, so that you're kind of forced to go into other dangerous areas and you want to go for the Perseverance on the reward track. The Perseverance is selling for like $1 billion ISK, I think. Is there a black person here? Came to check. How much are these going for? Am I close enough to Jeddah? These is going for 700 million ISK for the BPCs. Crazy. Crazy. All right, so possible. I like 400 of those green stuff. They're worth $1 million a piece. Means you got 400 million ISK. You can't scan down the lads anymore. You can't combat scan the lads anymore? The heck are we doing? I have the 50 salvage bombs from high sec mining. Only got 10 million. Ugh. Really? From high sec. Nasty. It's for null bears. Got to cater to the alliances. Now, I don't agree it's like catering to alliances. You got to put the good content in the more dangerous area of space. I don't think that's catering to null bears. I think that's just they live in an endgame area. They're gonna have better content. That's what it's about. God, I love this ship. Looks sick. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this freaking boy. Look at this. Look at this. Dilophosaurus. He's killing it. Killing it. So you can do it. Successful day. We saw the Sleipnirs, and what I'll do for the Omega videos is I'm gonna edit the Omega fits, and I'll put a note in there that like, hey, use a micro warp drive to get close to the boss. That actually solves the Astartes problem. Straight up. Like, done. Because do you need the afterburner for the actual mobs? No. You really don't. You really just don't. You really do not. So, I think it's okay. Happy you didn't get that to that site sooner. I was in a T1 Cyclone. I can barely finish them. Had to warp out twice. Oh, Air Jordan. Air Jordan, link your fit, bro. I'll help you. Air Jordan. Hey, look. If you join the Loru Gaming chat, okay? Join the Loru Gaming chat. I'll give you our Navy fit, okay? No problems, friend. No problems. Here's the Navy. Here's the Cyclone. Here's the Hurricane. Okay, take those chat. Yeah, we got a Typhoon Fleet lad. They watch the content. Excellent job. Link your fit, bro. I'd be happy to help you out. There's no reason you should be having that much problems in that kind of site. So you can still do it. There it is. There it is. Cyclone use a model refresh. True. My rattlesnake is a mess, but it works. Hey, there you go. That's another thing. You can use whatever ship you want, bro. As long as it works. As long as it works. About time to call it, champ. We did it. Let's finish this video. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing T3 cruisers. It is linked. Did you put it in the Discord, friend? Where's your fit, bro? You link it there? Oh, let's see. Okay. All right. Let's check this out. Double check your skills. I don't know if the semiconductor memory cell is doing anything. You got a large shield booster. You got a missile guidance computer. This is a decent looking fit. You've been watching our stuff. Missile precision. So you got a medium cap battery. One of your problems is you don't have enough cap. So what you need to do is you need to put a large cap battery on there. So you need to put a large compact cap battery on there, and your power grid is not great right now because you have a large shield booster. So you want to do the other way. You want a medium shield booster and you want a large cap battery. Okay? That's what I would do. That's what I would do. I would do a medium shield booster and a large cap battery. Because now you have better newt resist and you can leave your heals on all day. Medium shields, compact afterburner's fine. Double check your skills. You don't need this probably. Look at how much space we have. Yeah, get rid of that rig. And then we've got EM. Loading bay accelerator is good. You can put thermal resist. Do thermal in this as well. Thermal shield resist. Now you're up to 61. Look at that. Medium shield booster fit gets wrecked for a 4+ cruiser spawn. Oh, the double NOS, huh? You might need to get rid of the afterburner. You have range. Get rid of the afterburner and get yourself like a boost amplifier or another, probably a boost amplifier or another multi-spectrum. Yeah, do another multi-spectrum because then you can go up even more. Maybe even like an EM shield booster. Yeah. Something like that. To go up to 70%. Something like this. Capper charge rig is better than capacity. Totally agree. Totally agree. And your damage is pretty low. Why is your damage so low? Ballistic controls. We got Arbalest with faction. Get you if we have this there, the loading bay accelerator is only doing 5 DPS. So let's get rid of the loading bay accelerator. We're going to put a capacitor control circuit in the... I'm going to assume you can't afford stuff. So we're going to put a Tech 1 in there. That's fine. And then the lows, we're going to put a missile guidance computer. Okay, we're going to put a missile guidance enhancer. Now you can shoot out to 27. Okay. No prop mod because he needs the shield. 2x multi-spectrum probably. Well, the thermal is down to 61. We do this. We only go up to 60%. We only gain 9% on the EM. What's more important to heal up, chat? EM or thermal for this? So. Also, capacitor relay is ruining your shield boosting. Good call out from Rick. Capacitor shield boosting is taking out your shield boost amount. Good call out. Real good call out. Excellent job. Yeah. Can we fit a large shield booster on this? That's the real question. Let's do a resources remaining. Yeah, see if you can fit a large compact shield booster. Boom. There you go. Much better. There you go. This should be able to do it. Boom. Enjoy it. Chat, let's get some 07s for our friend Alexander, who linked their fit and said, yo, fix my fit live. Check it out. That's going to be able to do it. That's going to be able to do it. Slight modifications were all you need to get that going. The biggest one is we've got more shields. We've still got the large shield booster. And here's the best part, Alexander. This fit, if you can fit Tech 2 shield booster, do it. If you can fit Tech 2 large cap battery, do it. Okay. You've got better cap. Your cap's stable. Oh, turn off the NOSes. Oh yeah, dude. Here's another thing for you. Stop using Tech 2 NOS. You don't need them. They're just kind of a flavor thing. You can use Ghoul NOSes, and then you should, now that you've got those, now that you've teched these down, you can tech up the important modules. Okay? Right? And this one, the power grid's a bit too high. So I recommend better. Okay, this one's better. You've teched down the NOSes, and you've gotten a single green module. Don't be afraid of the green. You could put your stuff up to 100 million ISK, and then you can fit a Tech 2 shield booster and a large fleet cap battery. So, faction NOS are cheap. Oh, true life. So, good stuff. Well, chat, remember, this is a guy who doesn't have a ton of ISK, so we're not doing best. We're doing somebody who has very graciously shown us their fit, and we are trying to fix it. Good job, Alexander. There you go. Better. Enjoy it. How do you find the event system? Air Lie. We have a Winter Nexus playlist where we show you this. You didn't watch our video. Go watch our Winter Nexus video. You press F10. You go to, opens up the map. You go to geography. Metaliminal storms. Every place there's a blip is where the sites are. Or at least get close to there and they will definitely be there for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, everybody say, hi YouTube. Everybody say, hi YouTube. Well, alphas need some love too, and they can use Navy battle cruisers to go do the Winter Nexus site, and certain fits are indeed better than others, so if you want the best Eve guides, you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and Eve enjoyer for the better part of 10 years now, and we're going to showcase some fits to you. We've got a couple fits in the description for you. They're very free. It always takes 2 clicks. Go watch our other Winter Nexus videos if you want Omega-focused stuff. It really is Win Matar. The Hurricane Fleet issue and the Cyclone Fleet issue are going to be the focuses of this video today because of the range that they get on their missiles. We can use EM damage easy, and we can have good range to be able to out DPS and win the DPS races. But I want to give you a couple keynotes on what you need in order to be an alpha and use battle cruisers and have the Winter Nexus be a winning thing. Okay, first, you need newt resist in the form of cap batteries. This is the most common way for people to die to the Winter Nexus, is they newt you, they suck you dry, and then you're sitting there and you slowly die as you kill your stuff off. So we want to be able to combat this with capacitor control circuits in the rigs and a cap battery in the mids. Second thing is the damage that they do. They do a lot of damage. These are high damage sites. So we've got a single multi-spectrum and a pith medium shield booster. You're going to spend a little bit of ISK on this, 400 million ISK on this to be able to get that done. We're going to have a single capacitor flux coil here as well to get the capacitor up. Do what you can. And a EM shield resist in the rigs. This was enough. We could tank the battleship. We're gonna try. Now it looks like it's a little bit low, but here's the problem. Here's the issue with that. You're not low at 600 DPS. You're doing EM damage. Your profile is very high against these ships. You're going to be doing closer to 700, 750-ish with this stuff. That's why. So before we get into the rest of the fits for this ship specifically, just to cover what you need to make your battleship good, you need newt resist, heals, and you need to be able to DPS them down. Think like 700-ish was like a minimum DPS, 600, and then EM. You also want to be able to out DPS the players because there's a lot of competition, lot of competition. So this one can outrange things, anything within 24, 25 km. The battleship mob is going to spawn and you can start doing damage to it. That's pretty good. If there's a ship that has poor range, you can fit a micro warp drive onto it to get close to the battleship and do a bunch of damage to it. Okay, so consider that if you're doing it. So let's talk about this fit. This is the Cyclone fleet issue. We're going to focus on fleet issue battle cruisers today. If you want Omega T2 command ships, that's a separate video. Go check our Winter Nexus playlist. So this fit is pretty simple. We kind of explained most of it. I saw a chat like, what's with the snowball launcher? There's a reward track for hitting NPCs and players with snowballs that will help you there. The scanner is to scan down the sites for the reward track. Have like a scanning ship close by. A lot of competition for the combat sites. So especially as the Winter Nexus keeps going, you want to finish it as fast as possible. So just scan them down to get some points and have a scanning ship close by to go get some other reward track focused stuff. That's for heals. That's for this. The missile guidance computer plus the missile guidance enhancer plus the faction ammo will let you hit the frigates and apply to the frigates. You don't need the web on this ship. It's totally fine. The light drones are going to help you apply to the frigates as well, but you don't want to call out the drones willy-nilly. They will kill your drones. They will easily take them out. Be careful using drones. So the rest of the fit is kind of self-explanatory for what we were saying. You can bring a missile range script if you would like. The synth crash booster is to help your explosion radius, and the hard shell is to help your heals. All of this will be in the description for you. What I want you to understand is that this is alphas. Oh, if you snowball a player, no Concord can happen. Nope, it's a great question. This is for alphas. Feel free to tech up and tech down this as needed to be able to fit what you would like. So the other fit you can use for this is the Hurricane fleet issue. Now, it really is, again, Win Matar because of their access to EM damage. Now, we're going to have a full rack of DPS here, and this one's the better fit because you do more damage. 700 base. It's going to be closer to 800 when you actually get on site and start doing it to them. And we're actually going to showcase to you a video. And in our Sleipnir video, I think, we showed how Hail, which is the better DPS, was doing not as good because it's full explosive on its, you're looking right here, champ. It's full explosive versus the fleet EMP is full EM damage. That's what you want to go for. So very similar stuff here. All gas, no brake for the low slots. We've got 2 tracking enhancers because you want to apply well. You want your tracking speed to be high. And since there's no tracking computer in the mids, that's what you want to do. You're still going to be able to hit the frigates pretty easy with 75 turret tracking. No problem. And if you have problems, you can always call out and call back in the drones to be able to hit the light mobs there. We've got double tank mods here, thermal and EM, because there was pretty low EHP with only 4 mid slots. So we have double tank mods here for the Hurricane fleet. You're going to be able to do this site easy peasy, no problems. You do a ton of DPS heated. You're going to be doing 800 DPS is closer to like 850, 900 with all of the various factors factored in there. So this is going to let you do it. We're going to show you how to do the sites. And before we get there, I'd rather just give you some goodies. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give 2 fit Hurricane fleet issues away and 2 Cyclone fleet issues away to lucky winners that are in this video. In order to enter in, the first thing you have to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel. The bot's going to know if you're not subbed, and you'll be disqualified. The second thing is type a catchphrase in the comments. It's Winter Nexus is fun. Winter Nexus is fun. Type that in to the YouTube comments to be eligible to win this giveaway. And the third thing you have to do is put your in-game name in that same comment. We're having a ton of fun with the Winter Nexus. Do those 3 things: sub, catchphrase, and put your in-game name in the YouTube comment, and you'll be eligible to win this stuff. 4 winners, 2 of each ships. One of you will get 1 of each ship. Thanks for 41,000 on YouTube. We like to be extra generous around the Christmas season for Winter Nexus, so make sure you check out the other videos and enter those giveaways as well. Let's see how this ship does in space right now. That's that video, chat. That's that video. Good stuff today. Good stuff today. Tomorrow's going to be T3 cruisers. T3 cruisers. Let's see who we're going to raid out. I'm going to get back on my +5 pod. Chat, you should give yourselves a pat on the back today. This was a day of theory crafting. This was a day of quality. We did some great stuff today. Well done. You should be very proud of this. You figured out how to get the Winter Nexus and have a good time with it. That video is going to come out shortly. That's where that contest is. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. What's the keys called? It's like a cryotech something. So, yo, Ayrton. To end the stream today. Ayrton, I pay for this, baby. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, to end the stream. Let's get it done. Ayrton has given us a perseverance. Oh, baby. Look at it. Chat. That means we have to take this out tomorrow. Ayrton, I gladly pay Jetta prices. Here it is. A perseverance on the board. Check it out, chat. Look at our lad. How much is this worth right now? How much is this worth? $1 billion? Ayrton, thanks for doing half price. God bless you. I'll pay you 500 million. Ayrton, you grinded this out. Perseverance on the stream. Look at that, huh? We did it. The way you pronounced it was Chris. Perseverance. I have to get better at this because this ship confuses me. It is confusion. We got it, chat. We got it. No more looking in the window. Boom. Look at that. Tomorrow we will probably take this out and see if we get ganked. We'll see how much ice we get. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be tomorrow, though. Oh, man. So good. Perseverance. 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 That's it. Chat, it's the perseverance. That's how to actually do it, okay? Hey, new people, 600 people on Twitch. God bless y'all. Make sure you follow the stream. Let's see who we're going to raid out today. We raided Toxic the other day. I don't recognize Bamkey. I don't know what that is. What's a Bamkey? Let's see. I don't recognize Bamkey. Okay. Newer streamer. Let's do it. Do we see English? Nah, there's no English. Sorry, chat. I only raid English-speaking people because many of you only speak English. We could raid Crash. Crash is chilling. Chris Doc's doing it. Yeah, we haven't raided Crash. Yo, I never get to raid a Rush. Let's raid a Rush. I never get to raid Rush. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Time to raid Rush. We never get to raid Rush. Rush does high-set ganking. You can learn a lot on how to avoid high-set ganking by watching Rush. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go raid Rush Locks. When you get there, everybody say Loru raid. Yeah. Everybody say Loru raid. Yeah. Chat, tomorrow we'll take out the Perseverance thanks to Ayrton's generosity. Well, he got paid too, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to take out T3 cruisers. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for a great day, chat. I'm going to go take a nap. We'll see you soon. Thanks for a great day. Type Loru raid. Yeah. We'll see you there. Type Loru raid. Yeah.